Yeah, man. We in here. Claim your inheritance. So we're gonna be talking about the Westbrook invasion. They done invaded Facebook with all their family and friends. Man, the Dime Squad. You know what I'm talking about? The ones who had the reality show. Westbrooks. We're gonna be talking about them. They done took over Facebook. That night. I'm gonna get in here with some music right quick and then go into the subject matter. Appreciate you for listening. That's the first selection. Then I'm finna go into the national anthem. National anthem of the Club of New Jerusalem. So we in here, man. We gotta discuss this information. Westbrooks.
Shalom, my brother.
Shalom, bro.
What's the name? Robert was telling me about some coon ass sheriff you had on here. I ain't been on the internet all day down there.
This is David Clark. Talking madness. He proves that we need an organized military, and you can't be going out there, just willy nilly with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Kemites and atheists, and Islamics. Islamics are a little more reasonable, and they don't deal with strictly emotion. They just deal strictly in self-defense mode.
Yeah, they reasonable, but they do the most unreasonable shit.
Yeah, you got some. I mean, you got crazy people in every world view. You know what I'm saying? So people go out and do stupid stuff and just make it worse for everybody. But what needs to happen is they need to have a concentrated focus on forming an exceedingly great army. That's what they need to do.
Right.
You got the Westbrooks, man. They done took over Facebook, bro.
You said who?
The Westbrooks.
You talking about Westbrooks?
You don't know who they are?
No. Oh, I see it now, but I ain't seen.
Yeah, they took over. They done invaded Facebook. So they gonna bring their ideologies of long-term marriages and all types of other great stuff.
What about multiple wives?
I don't think they deal with that too tough. They're just normal, like gangster daughters.
Yeah.
So since they're gangster daughters, gangsters they raise their men and women to be, exceptional people. You know what I'm saying? They do that on purpose, and a lot of their rules are Bible based. Now, if they could just focus and have the entire Bible into their minds, then they would do much better in life. But it's okay for gangsters to sell drugs and stuff like that, and that should not be the case. You know what I'm saying? So in the gang culture, you get it how you live. You can break into anybody's house that you want to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have standards where they only break into white people's houses and stuff like that, and they only rob drug dealers.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, they say that drug dealers are in the community and stuff like that, and selling to black people and ruining the community. But all of that is sheer wickedness. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I don't know if they deal with that type of madness themselves, but I'm just saying they here, they on Facebook finally, and they taking over. So we want to make sure that they line up with the Bible, since the rules of engagement for all gangs is Bible based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true though.
And none of the gangs know
they just perverted it.
There you go. They don't know the Bible. The big leaders, that the ones in prison, they know the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So they judging accordingly, and they only kill accordingly to that too. But
half of these brothers nowadays don't even know their literature.
Exactly, and they allow homosexuality, they allow lesbianism, and all this madness. So this is what's ruining gang life. The gang is supposed to protect the neighborhood from all retardation, and now they have become the retarded.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Community revolution in progress.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now they just tripping.
You got the Brams and you got the Bloods, like old Hebrew Perry was saying, that the Bloods just made their own thing over in the East Coast, which is untrue.
The UBN?
Yeah, UBN. He was co-signed.
Well, them New York niggas really kind of did though.
Right. But he was co-signed by a Westerner. So you know what I mean. It's pretty much legit, but he started out so gangster and so murderous, you know what I'm saying, that his entire nation was just sheer 100% murder.
Right.
One of their branches is sex, money, murder, which changed the name to Shine. So you know what I'm saying, they've cleaned up their act, but back in the day, man, these guys, man, you couldn't look at them wrong. You did.
Well, see, I know like a lot of the brothers in the Midwest and the West Coast don't agree with how they how like the UBN and brothers in New York be attacking like civilians and bystanders. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going after other gangbangers.
Right. And luckily, some people have matured to the point where the at least the Crips and Bloods have been getting together to fight a common enemy. But they still need to organize in a fashion where, you know what I'm saying, like gangs are their own military, basically, you know what I'm saying, and then they have their own platoons with their little cliques and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, their sets and stuff like that. But it's best to focus all your energy. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to the militaristic side of gang life, you need to focus all your energy on getting everybody together, you know what I'm saying, and then, but you don't just go willy-nilly attacking just to get money and robbing. You know what I'm saying, you got to attack with a purpose. So this is not what's happening today. And I don't.
They don't listen to chain of command no more either.
At all. So
everybody wants to be, you know what I'm saying, Everybody wants to be an OG, so you know.
If you was a single man, who would you have your money on? At least.
Oh, man,
You married
so the one with the red hair.
Crystal.
Or the one in the middle.
That's India.
But the two at the bottom look like they'd probably be a little bit thicker.
A little bit what?
No.
Yeah. Well, I got my money on whoever this is right here. On the right, the bottom right. Whoever she is. I think her name is Brooke or something like that.
Yeah, all beautiful sisters though.
Yeah, the top left is married now, so she's way off limits. All the way off limits. And so okay, so now during their show, did you ever watch their show? Okay.
They had like a reality show or something?
Yeah. Yeah, they were just showing how, you know what I'm saying, how it popped off. You know what I'm saying? India started posting herself on Instagram and everybody fell in love with her. And she, you know what I'm saying, became like a little mini celebrity. And then Compton is already a famous city as it is. Everything fell into place and they made the right move, you know what I'm saying, their dad is a strong leader, you know what I'm saying, and he's pretty intelligent. So
who's her dad?
It all worked out for him.
What's his name?
I don't know. He's a sleep Israelite, Judite, sleep Judite, and their mother is Asian looking or mixed Asian and black or something.
Yeah, she said something about matter of fact, what the hell? I put up this website and it said name, father's name unknown, mother's name unknown. So it said the dad is African and Native American, so called. The mom is Mexican and Creole.
Oh, okay.
So they're both pretty much Israelite. I can't find his name.
You probably got to look up the show, and it should be on there. I think they say his name every now and again. I know they just say Dad all the time, and they say Mr. Westbrook. It's like Kevin or something. Kevin. I don't know their dad's name. But yeah, they're I didn't know they were full-blooded Israelite. I thought they were mixed with Asian or something. But the father determines the nationality anyway. So it's neither.
He's the father of all of them?
Yeah.
True. That's why I said I ain't having no more, cuz.
His wife stuck around when he was, I'm talking about Superboat. You know what I'm saying? And they stayed together all those years. And I think they've been together something like 30 years. So that's evidence of a strong marriage. You know what I'm saying? Marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. Long term, like lifelong marriage. You know what I'm saying?
My rib asking me for another one in like 5 years. I'm like, man, I'll end up with 4 girls, man. I ain't doing that shit.
Right.
Third time was supposed to be the charm. I'm done.
That's why you can't listen to the ways of this world every time. So, yeah, man, I was tired yesterday. I don't think I've been eating enough lately. You know what I'm saying? I've been so tired and lazy from working and stuff. So
Yeah, I've been working out, so man, started now. I just studying
talking about that.
the Bible all this morning. So yeah.
Heard you talking about that last night.
Oh yeah, my workouts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on point. Trying to get to 450 push-ups in an hour right now. I'm at around 150.
Okay, so now we had a scandal, a semi-scandal with India dating the game after the show. About 57 years old, you know what I'm saying? India's
You know what?
20 or 20, about 57.
He said 57. Who's 57?
How old is the game? I don't know.
He said 57.
Looks 80.
Game like he got to be in his late 30s, or almost early 40s though.
Yeah. He's like 20 or something.
Let me see. Yeah, he's 36.
Yeah. He's like 20 years old.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear nothing about that coon ass nigga no more, man.
Figure out why in the world did he choose with a young lady like that? Like Zab, I mean not Zab. What am I talking about? Your boy the boxer did the same thing. Took a little 19-year-old girl on a world tour.
Talking about you ain't talking about Anthony Joshua, right?
No,
The other cat.
world champ.
Oh yeah, the cat that's like 30-something wins.
No, the
Floyd.
yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, I thought you were talking about one of the new boxers.
Floyd took a little 19-year-old girl on a world tour. What's up with these old men wanting little children?
And they ain't children, man.
Shit, me, 19 is a child compared to a 60-year-old man. I mean, it's okay when you selling your body, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to be selling your body in the first place. So let me see, Floyd Mayweather. Let me look him up right quick.
But I mean, you know, most men when they get older, they want a younger woman. So, you know
19, 19 and 20.
Yeah, shit. My dad, man, like.
Man, what they got? How they gonna relate to each other? That don't make no sense at all.
My dad's wife is my age.
Now I'm talking about girlfriend. Now if we talking about marriage, that's different. A lifelong marriage. You know what I'm saying? They know good and well they're gonna be with these young women for like 2 months and leave them alone. They haven't, you know what I'm saying? They haven't dedicated not one dime to them. Supposed to meet the father, give the father a dowry, which is a certain amount of money, whatever you and the father agree upon, and then take care of the woman for the rest of their life after you sex them up, after you done took their whole chastity and all that stuff.
Right.
Making these little girls look like tramps.
And then them being who they are, it's just so easy for them to take advantage of a young woman like that. So it's just.
Oh, they took the picture down or something. Floyd Mayweather, Reptiles. TMZ here is not dating the pretty 19-year-old who was paid nearly $1,000 to meet him backstage last night. Stop playing. This must be very old. 4 months ago, yeah. Because he took it all on the world tour. That wasn't no backstage. He was on the G6. You know what I'm saying? And kissing and hugging and you know what I'm saying? And waking up, wake up selfies next to each other, naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A 19-year-old, how old is Floyd Mayweather? He's a multi-gajillionaire.
He in his 40s.
A 40, you know what I'm saying? A 40-year-old multi-gajillionaire want to date a girl for 5 months and then get rid of her. This dude, he ain't learned nothing yet. wearing one of our fake symbols that you're not supposed to wear. You know what I'm saying? Don't never say nothing about the Most High ever. But you know what I'm saying? Say that he ain't gonna do nothing for Africans, so you can tell he learned a little something, some kind of way from Israelite culture. But then gonna date a girl for a short amount of time and then discard her. Beautiful young girl that's gonna her brain is gonna be messed up the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? People are retarded, man. You seen that guy, the MMA guy who did the Pokemon Go thing?
I ain't looked him up yet.
MVP. Let me show you. This dude is something serious. Good Lord. He knocked the man out so stupid. This is the most, that was one of the most unique knockouts in MMA history.
I bet I said I'm trying to get my workout session started. I meant to send you actually wait, we was playing some of those videos last night about how they're tracking and picking up information on people's kids and shit. And then that girl found a dead body in the river.
Just everything you need in a fight, you lose off the lip shot. It can come back.
It was so fast, you missed
Just about everything you need in a fight, you lose off the lip shot. It can come back. Runs into the Johnny, and it's over. Did the right train just pick up speed? Because it didn't work. Wow!
Look at this guy.
Both hands.
Pokemon Go is got more users than Snapchat and Facebook combined, and Instagram.
Damn.
So in any case, you see how he knocked that man out. I guess he was noticing he kept dipping his head down every punch. So he jumped up and kneed him dead in the face and broke his face. His face got to be broke.
Sad right now. Looking sad, man.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about something. What you got?
I seen a video earlier of a guy talking about basically trying to sum up what I've been kind of trying to contemplate in my mind about you know, how come we're not doing miracles and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And this guy did a lecture. Basically what I've seen is just a bunch of white people talking about the Gnostics, you know what I mean? Knowing damn well that especially some of the ones that talk about mysticism and stuff like that, that they ain't dealing with the same forces we talking about. You know what I mean?
The Gnostics?
Like I'm talking about like the white people that are trying to teach Gnosticism.
Oh, okay.
They're not dealing with the same forces. They ain't dealing with Yahuwah Ba'Shem Yahuwah Shah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but I found a guy that I think is probably genuine. He just doesn't really, and he's kind of coming to the same conclusions that I'm coming to. But he actually brought out some information that can date the Gospel of Thomas back to 30 AD. I mean, yeah, the Gospel of Thomas. And, you know, because that Coptic language is Egyptian. It's an ancient Egyptian language that's written in Greek. So he's got the information to date it back older than any of the 4 Gospels in the Bible. And he's basically saying, like, you know, if we don't get back to the mystic side, the more spiritual side of Christianity, then it's just gonna fall under the ground. And what I'm starting to see is a lot of Christianity is under attack, and I think that's a slick way to get on us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole all geopolitics is based on us, based on Israelites. So
Right.
all their maneuvers that they do, like how they did the started out with the fake ISIS attacks that turned into a real ISIS attack with real generals going around conquering. Same thing with this Black Lives Matter thing. They do these things and then copycats happen, and it turns into a real conflict. They're doing this specifically to get on us. And look what came out with IUIC, that guy that shot some tranny named Cash in the face. Now Cash, Cash is the real Cash is the most famous tranny on earth. And she had lied about dating Chingy.
You talking about that's something Star.
That's who?
What's her name?
Oh, that's her name, not Cash.
Nah, she did, or he did, fuck Chingy. Yeah.
Well, they both deny it for some reason. You know what I'm saying? He said Star or whatever his name is, Sydney Star.
Sydney Star, yeah.
Yeah, he said he did that at a young age. He was trying to get famous. He was already semi-famous, and he was trying to get more famous. So when he took the picture with Chingy, he said he was dating Chingy, or had sex with him or whatever. But he had later said on Vlad TV that he didn't do that, and he just did it because he was young and trying to get famous. And Chingy said he had lost a record deal because of that accusation. But you never can tell. They both could be covering it up.
Yeah. Because all the information I heard was that they was actually dating them together.
Yeah, because Chingy, he effeminate anyway. So
I didn't even,
he could have did that.
By spirit, you could see that song he made was kind of carnal and shit anyway. So.
Yeah, he did that just for publicity when we weren't really super popular. But it's always certain famous people who do things first. Like that boy, what's that boy name? Let me see it. It's all about the, hold on, damn. I can't remember the song. What's up? Montel Jordan. Montel Jordan became a gospel singer. Did you know that?
Nah, I know you're talking about though. I remember Montel Jordan.
Yeah, Montel Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He's an old school rapper. Okay, now, or singer or whatever. Yeah, he's a rap singer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he became a gospel singer, and see, it's always certain personalities that do things first, and then a whole bunch of other people start doing it. You know what I'm saying? DMX been doing it even when he was at the height of his fame. He was praying.
Like a preacher.
Yeah, he was praying on his albums, and he was doing some one or two positive songs on every album. So you know what I'm saying?
DMX in particular, he made it clear who he was working for the Damien series. So
Working for what?
you remember Damien?
Oh, what?
You remember Damien?
Yeah, yo, when he did the two personalities, the God and Satan on one track or something.
No, Damien was the one where he actually like sold his soul to the devil, and he'd have him doing stuff.
Oh man.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
You're gonna have to go back and listen to the very first Damien, and then there's Damien Part 2 and Part 3.
Look at that.
Wait, I remember there's one part he was like
And when they say the devil, they talking about the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? I got a email from them. I got the second contact I got from them. Remember the first one I told you about a couple weeks ago? Huh?
The letter?
Yeah. They sent me another one just here about last week in my email. And I had to ignore that one too. I don't know how they got my email address.
Look, he said, why is it every move I make turn out to be a bad one? Where's my guardian angel? Need one, wish I had one. I'm right here, shorty, and I'm gonna hold you down. You try to move all these bitches, I'm gonna show you how. But who? Name's D like you, but my friends call me Damien. And I'm gonna put hit to something like about the game we in. That you and me, we can take it there. And you'll be the hottest nigga ever living. That's a given. You'll see. Hey, but it's just like our Kendrick Lamar, we talk about
Sold his soul to the
shit like that.
Yeah.
Look, did you listen to
ASAP? ASAP leaked his own picture doing a damn seance.
Talking about with the cocaine and shit.
Nah.
He had the 6-pointed star with cocaine.
No, on the ground. He had the thing on the ground, whatever that, the pentagon thing with the circle around it.
Yeah, he had that's the witch's circle. But he had it was a hexagram though, but it was made out of cocaine.
Oh dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
yeah, and he had a whole bunch of guys with him. You know they gotta stroke each other in the ass a couple times to be accepted by Satan. You know what I'm saying? They gotta do enough wickedness to be acceptable to Satan. That's
he was like, I wish I wasn't the Illuminati.
Say again?
Remember, he was like, I wish I wasn't the Illuminati. He said that on camera.
He was trying to get in there.
Yeah, he was just trying at that point in time. And then when they killed,
man, from the two things that I got, you don't have to try. They just you get an invitation and then you just accept it, and then you do whatever they tell you to do.
See, when they killed ASAP Yams, that's who he started the ASAP group with, ASAP Mob. So like, they got Yams killed so he could have complete control.
Mm-hmm. And the dude from his hometown, I forget his hometown name, over there in Texas, told him that he can no longer use the word trill because they started the word trill. The president of his hometown. So, I mean, I don't see how Satan be against Satan, but he told him, he said, you can't use the word trill any longer. And not one track. But he stopped making albums a long time ago. What is this guy talking about? Yeah.
Probably just been producing. I think he's still coming with some stuff. He's just kind of in the background.
Yeah, he probably just putting people on or something. I don't know.
You know, they got to, once they get to that point, they got to start signing more souls, making themselves more powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His soul belongs to somebody, so he got to get more souls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's his name? Black Dot said you don't want to say your soul too early in the game.
Exactly. You shouldn't sell it at all, you big dummy. Big wicked. You know what I'm saying? You're doing them causing a lot of deaths. So that's another thing that goes along with Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? They about to cause endless deaths. It was started by 3 lesbos, and then funded by George Soros. So that whole thing is gonna die. Everybody that even say Black Lives Matter is gonna die. Nobody else. I mean, rep it. Rep Black Lives Matter.
Hey, I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you some crazy shit too. Actually, did you see that part of the show last night? I was talking about that fool. Keep tweeting me and shit. He got a problem with the Bible.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I just edited that first part where it was completely silent for 2 hours. And let it go. I didn't
I
get
was
a
like, hey, yo, the bar, where you at?
Yeah, so,
Oh, I'll be right back though.
all right. Yeah, so Black Lives Matter is you know, you got people like that dude from the hometown of Texas, ASAP Rocky's hometown, told him he can't use Trill because he spoke out against Black Lives Matter. So these people don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know that they're being manipulated to go out and just do nothing, march around in circles. Well, that's not doing nothing. What are you accomplishing? Ain't not nan law changed yet, and the police are getting more bold because you're marching. They get bolder and bolder because you ain't doing nothing. You have to form a military, and then when you see something out of line, you go approach the actual precinct and the actual people involved in the murder and their bosses. You can't just go kill innocent wicked cops all over the country. You big dummies. You have to go approach the murderers and their bosses and hold them accountable, get resources, get millions and millions of dollars for the family that got murdered, and that's it. All battles begin in court, dude. You don't just go find some random cop and then shoot him in the face. You retarded. So all these Black Lives Matter representatives, they're gonna get killed as soon as possible. You'd see that it already been labeled as a hate group, which is the first step to they smear campaign you first, which you deserve to be smeared anyway. They smear campaign you first just to get the entire public against you, which they deserve to be against you in the first place because you 3 lesbos doggone telling everybody to go out and march. March for what? You sound like Farrakhan when he said, justice or else. We're gonna boycott Christmas, or else we're gonna boycott Christmas. You big dummies. That ain't doing nothing but making everybody laugh their whole faces off. Y'all went to the million clown march, my family included, went to the million clown march and said justice, either we get justice or we're gonna boycott Christmas. Imagine what kind of fear is that striking in anybody's heart? Not none. You're retarded. You think that was productive? You're retarded. And all this blackout, you're gonna boycott. You ain't doing nothing but following the same exact script that the Jewishers followed back in Nazi Germany. They boycotted the Germans. Then the Germans destroyed every business that they had. Spray painted it. Before spray painting was invented, they painted the windows and and destroyed and desecrated their businesses and burned their businesses and burned them to the ground. That's what's gonna happen to y'all stuff. And then everybody wants to put their money into a black bank. What? You think a black bank gonna give you a loan just because you put your money in a black bank? The black banks are held to a higher standard than white banks. So white banks give white people loans for any reason. You can have the most terrible credit on earth and get a loan from a white bank if you're a white person. But if you go to a black bank and try to get a loan, you better have over 800 credit score and a lot of disposable income. You ain't gonna get no loan. You're wasting your time putting your money into a black bank. They're gonna do the same thing because they're held to the standard of the credit check, the credit check.
FDIC.
Yeah, they're gonna check your credit. The FDIC, so the Federal Reserve controls every single bank on the face of the earth, except for that bank in Iran. The bank in Iran, and there's one bank in the United States that is a state-owned bank. It's owned by the state. I forget which state it is. I think it's Oklahoma or something like that. But these banks are not under the Federal Reserve System. 2 banks in the entire earth. How many banks are there in one city? 50 banks in one city? Come on, man. You people are dumb.
Bank of America is like McDonald's. There's one on every corner.
Man, what are you talking about? Put your money in a black bank. The black bank ain't gonna give you no loan. You get dumb people. And then over time, you know what I'm saying? The white people is still, they're gonna boycott us, which they already probably been doing. I mean, they have been doing. They have been boycotting us. The super racist ones have been boycotting us, but the normal straddling the fence, dumb white people are going to boycott us too because they see you boycotting them. Crazy.
And then we need to make that GoFundMe page for real.
I mean, I got 1 or 2 of them already up. But we're gonna do it real professional, like, you know what I'm saying? If Roberto is a man of his word, you know what I'm saying? So once we get that money, then we're gonna get some nice suits. I mean, we probably, knowing us, we probably go traditional. Well, for GoFundMe, yeah, we might go traditional, you know what I'm saying? We might have traditional gear on looking super fly. Probably buy Brandon's clothes. You know, Brandon's got corrected and started putting fringes on his clothes.
Right. I ain't buying shit from him, man.
What?
That dude Brandon Jackson.
I mean, why not?
I'd rather buy like some of them traditional African garb and put some fringes on myself.
Yeah, that might look better, but I'm saying
I got some fringes I'm making right now.
I'm saying he got, but his joints look pretty decent. They look pretty good. But what I was saying was he corrected himself, and now he wears fringes. He was with some brothers that I never seen before with his fringes on.
I'd rather buy from one of them ladies on Facebook, man, that's been working hard on it.
Right. But I mean, that money gonna go straight to their camp anyway. Yeah, so knowing us, we probably just grab something from some fabric from the store and make our own. But I mean, see, I'll be working smarter instead of harder. Instead of making my own, the man already got some together. But you ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die. That's all. I can't find that new picture with the bros and stuff. Hold on, I might can find it on Facebook. He got a ribbon of blue on there, but I'm liable to believe that the ribbon is supposed to be dark purple.
Dark purple.
Yeah, like that, like Hashua Amaril said. He says like the lily of the field, and then when he's walking through the field and sees the lily, is very dark purple.
I don't know, cause it tells him to make the priest garments with purple. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it should. I mean,
I'm talking about for the ribbon.
The ribbon purple as well.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1538.
Exactly.
But
and the word says that it's purple, but everybody puts blue on there.
No, it says blue.
Ribbon of blue. Watch this.
Numbers 1538. Yeah.
Numbers what?
15 and 38.
All right. Be patient, man. My computer got to compute. Hold on. 1538.
Yes, sir.
1538.
But yeah, you know what was settle a lot of this stuff?
What?
Is I've been really wanting to translate the Dead Sea Scrolls for myself. But I'll tell you something, man.
That'll take you forever. They're only bits and pieces too.
Some of them, but they've got a lot of pieces to a lot of books though. And then like, I mean, cause it gives me a headache just like looking at it and thinking about translating it. You know what I'm saying?
I bet it do.
I'd have to have some help, man. But some of it like, and some of the Hebrew is like some of them brothers like had their own writing styles and shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to decipher between certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you was talking about like the cursive Hebrew.
Yeah.
Well, like some of it, like it's not cursive Hebrew, but it's just like they kind of wrote the regular block Hebrew kind of squiggly and funny.
See that? Look, Tekeli. Tekele. Tekele. It says violet. It also says blue too, covering spectrum from brilliant red through deep purple. Oh, so yeah, so blue is all that. So
It'd be like more of indigo, which I don't know why people don't really differentiate because blue and in between blue and violet is indigo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like in between.
You're talking about like the light purple, indigo. No, that's a type of blue.
No, it's like it's in between, like because you know purples. We don't like when you look at the. Hold on, matter of fact, let me just pull it up.
Yeah. But you see it say violet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So violet is a form of purple.
All right, check my screen out.
Okay.
Technically, I only call it violet. You know what I'm saying? I don't use the word purple, me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But you see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's indigo. So it's like basically almost purple, but still somewhat blue.
Yeah, got a little blue too. I see that.
You can't ever get like a definite color on it.
Well, yeah, you gotta go to the that's another tip for the clothes makers out there is the Pantone color chart. Go to the Pantone color chart, and you'll see. Mm-hmm.
They got it as this one.
Mm-hmm. See that Parma violet?
Yeah, right here. Yeah. Now either one of them.
That's what I'm thinking about doing with mine. I want to do mine script upon script. You know what I'm saying? Where it say a bell and a pomegranate, bell and a pomegranate.
You see, mine's like this, but it's like real shiny.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that I've never seen anybody wear bells and pomegranates. That's amazing to me.
Oh yeah, that's on the priest garments though, ain't it?
We are priests.
Yeah, true. I guess because we just make our garments according to like the common people.
I mean, that seems like a tradition from I don't know, from somewhere. But I mean, that was the first thing on my mind when I read that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm looking at the script and don't see nobody with no bells and pomegranates.
Right, right.
Y'all
I guess because
or what?
yeah, it's just because they, like I said, they dress according to the common people. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
Like instead of they're not making like when they do their garments, they're not doing them according to the priestly garments.
You saying citizens
Yeah, like how the priestly garments were different from all the regular Israelites.
Regular Israelites, they just wore fringes all the time.
Yeah, just regular fringes and ribbons.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But yeah, that does make sense. I mean, I thought about it, like making a garment according to the Levites, but I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna mix red, blue, and purple all together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how. You know, I mean, I could come up with something, but I was like, I'm gonna just keep it simple.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, so where it say to be no priest to me, you know that verse already. I'm trying to find because I hear a lot of people say that they be like, you know, we're not like we're not special, like we're not peculiar, we're not the above all people on the face of the earth. But here go one of the scriptures. That's out of 20. 1 out of 20 scriptures says right here, made us kings and priests.
Right.
Unto the highest power, his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. See what I'm saying? So and we shall reign on the earth. Says it right there in Revelation 5:10. So that these people know this Bible, the powers know this Bible, and they try to make everybody think that this ain't true and cover it up, and that the church is these kings and priests. They completely ignore the nationality and the rebirth of that nationality. Absurd. So since we all priests, and I know once I make my garment, I just ain't never had to you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a bell and a pomegranate. That's what they say to do. With a violet ribbon. I don't know where these people come up with these
But you know, a lot of the camps really can't speak Hebrew anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but it's already in the definition.
Right. I don't know, man. I never thought to look at it either. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You
Else
see
I'd
blue.
have me some violet ribbon right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see blue, and then that's what it is. You know what blue means,
Right, right.
and so we just go with that. But somebody had brought it out. It was yeah, I didn't know until Hashua Mariel brought it out. He said it's the lilies of the field, and then when I walked, he had realized it himself just that day. It was only like a couple months ago. He was walking towards that building in Tel Arad and saw all types of lilies, and they were all very dark purple. Now they got this one silly video. Oh my goodness! Where there's a sun flare on camera, and the sun flare looks like an eye, right? Looks like a human eye.
Yeah.
And he get this dude talking about that's the Heavenly Father's eyeball looking on the children of Israel. Come back home. I said, you master magician. I sure didn't say that, and he wasn't even in the video at all. But one of them people over there said that, and our boy was in the video with him, Kenyon, Ashir Ben Israel.
He was over there in Israel.
Ashir goes over there all the time. He tells everybody to come home. He's the one that did the 2 documentaries about Tel Arad.
You gotta send me those.
All right, I'm putting it in the side chat. But there's they having a pushback now. Some guys are saying that that's not the real ancient Jerusalem. It's a camp saying that now.
I seen I was watching some documentary I had seen back in high school and shit about the Exodus, and I was just flipping through it, and they was talking about them cities that Joshua was supposed to have gone through and destroyed, that they didn't look like they had been destroyed by any kind of battles and shit.
They don't look like what?
Talking about they didn't look like they had been destroyed by a battle. I'm like, the motherfuckers is just destroyed though, shit.
Oh, you talking about
But they was trying to find evidence of the
what's that?
Israelites.
What's the city you talking about again? Jericho, right?
No, it wasn't Jericho. It was another one. I forget. It was one of the other Canaanite cities though. It was like 3 or 4 of them. They didn't mention Jericho though.
Yo,
but I didn't go through the whole documentary.
Listen. GOCC Gabar had invited this guy named David Rowe on his radio show. David Rowe, and this guy is one of some guy accepted to be a scholar in the white world. This dude, oh my goodness, he said there's no evidence at all for the Bible. He's completely retarded. He uses his intelligence to cover up reality. I don't even know why they didn't. I mean, I guess they don't have the information to smash him. I know they had 2 hours to smash him, but they turned it into a petty argument about we're the nation of Israel, instead of bringing up the evidences that we always talk about all the time. We
It
talk
was
about the
Gabar.
evidences all the time. That was Gabar.
Oh,
And
Gabar.
one of his homies, I think it was the other guy, the Puerto Rican guy, the other Puerto Rican
He
guy.
wasn't. He basically was doing the same thing Ricard was and wasn't putting up a good enough fight.
Yeah. It's making
So
everything look fair.
that's the most I tell them brothers.
You know he's a super stutterer too. You know what I'm saying?
Ricard,
He was Gabar.
both of them is.
Yeah. He gets nervous and starts stuttering all over the place.
Cause I'm ready to crush anybody with this
Yeah,
knowledge.
you know that Jamaican dude that they be on their radio show and stuff. The Jamaican dude.
I ain't never really peeped them out except for like some of their presentation videos where they just, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well,
They
it's
just be sitting there.
a Jamaican dude that they be on the radio with that got them a lot of their radio play, right? In the early days. And he called in talking about one of the points of argument or something that they were having. And he went pure crazy. He was like, I don't want to do like this. And I want to I said, man, this dude ain't getting nowhere. All you doing is arguing. First of all, you're arguing completely insane sounding. And then you're not allowing, he wasn't allowing the cracker to talk at all. We just wanted to say what he had to say. Then every time the cracker started talking, he would interrupt. And Gabar stopped the show early because he was Jamaican dude was arguing too much. He tried to apologize after David Rowe left, talking about yeah, man, I you know, it's enough of the fuckery. Well, he can't cuss on the bar show, but he was saying enough is enough, you know, and I'm tired of this. Because one of them guys was like, it seems like you've been in this long enough to know how it goes and know that people just don't accept you know, accept things without evidence, and you have to present evidence, and you should know how it goes. He said, yeah, you do, but then you know, you get tired of it. You get tired of people acting like they don't know. They know, but they don't want to know. I was like, man, you already know these people their whole goal is to cover up, is to make Israel's name no longer known in the earth. So he's sitting there for 30 minutes trying to convince David Rowe that they're Israelites, which he did. They already did. But David Rowe kept saying, you're trying to make Americans exclusively Israelites. And Gabar kept having to correct him 20 times. He said, no, we were saying that the Bantus, the Limba, the Ashanti, and the Igbo, and this, that, and the third. And we're looking at we're trying to get more evidence about the Japanese Israelites and the Philippine Israelites and this, that, and these Israelites and that Israelites. And David Rowe, the only thing David Rowe heard was African American.
Well, that's all they have a problem with.
That's all they mad about.
Yeah. We the only ones that can't be.
We the only ones that can't be Israelites. He said, you trying to make them exclusively Israelites? He said, because you know, there's DNA. You can check the DNA based on the Levites, the Levitical tribe, and trying to say that the Levites were white people.
Yeah, right.
He said it doesn't matter what you look like, and the Limba prove it, because they are black. They have Africoid features, but they have Levitical DNA, and they were the most strict about their marriages. So if they have Levite DNA, then it doesn't matter what they look like because they have Africoid features. What are you trying to say, that the Levites were white people? This dude, and then it wasn't correcting them correctly properly at all. You know what I'm saying? They weren't showing not nearly the evidence that they show normal people. You know what I'm saying? It's like they were scared to scared to have a civil debate with them, a civilized debate with them. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to keep it conversational, but then in conversation, it's fine to present your information clearly, but they didn't want to do that. So he brought up all this evidence for the historical Israelites, David Roll did, and he tried to attribute that to the Israelis over there now.
And they debunked the Cohen gene?
They did it yet. They ain't going to, and they can't do it. They don't have the information to do it. You know, they ignore everything, everybody else, and just do their own thing. Oh, did you see that picture of Brandon with the bros?
No, I didn't see it. Hold on.
Here you go, right.
What's the name? The brother.
You might recognize
who
these people are.
The brother Yehoshua Ben Ephraim got the information from the white man to debunk that shit. What he stood out them pants on for though?
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, look at some regular pants, dude. Basketball shorts or something.
These look like Torah only guys or something. I never seen them before, and they don't look like a camp. They don't look like they're, you know what I'm saying? Like they're repping the camp. These might be some of his friends or something.
Yeah, could be. Could be. Them white folks had him playing that what do you call that thing? That goat thing.
Man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Man.
In that Percy Jackson movie.
Man.
Yeah, they had him playing that.
They said it was all CGI. But they was like, was that a costume or what? They said, nah, it was all CGI.
Oh man.
Yeah, he played the devil himself. But you know, I don't know what he's doing. I hope he's being sincere, because Chingy, it was obvious Chingy just dipped in and dipped out for 1 month. Talking about, I'm a Kemite now. Well, why would you come out and publicly say you're a Kemite?
Right.
What the world?
You was working for him the whole time.
Like Kemite is a nation or something. Like they're intelligent or something. Some niggas don't know nothing.
You seen how they kept getting fucked up when I was telling them Egyptians spoke Hebrew?
Yeah, talking about the Kemites have a better explanation for things. I said, a better explanation about what? They ain't showed no better explanation of nothing yet.
Yeah, that's what their creation story is.
They said they can pick up a rock off the ground and date it to 3.17 million years ago. How can you do that?
You better ask them what their creation story is.
They got 100 creation stories.
Talking about some dude jacked off
In a bulb of lettuce, ate it, and all his children came out of his mouth. What kind of sense does that make? That's not. That don't sound like. That don't sound possible.
What's name? Remember when I was telling them that the Egyptians spoke Hebrew?
Yep.
And they didn't come out and
you hurting their feelings.
Nothing about what they spoke.
You be hurting their feelings with that one.
Yeah, they can't even tell you what language that them people spoke.
Maybe Rue might be able to tell you.
We're gonna probably make some shit up. I sent him a video.
Yeah. He's their top scholar, and he's still dumb.
He's like, what's that say?
You can't even say the letter B without him going crazy.
Right.
But in the Bible, I don't know nothing about no Bible.
Hey, what was it? I sent him a PDF of the spread of Semitic languages, and to prove that they all them ancient cultures spoke different dialects of Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, that's another thing David Rowe brought out, which was the languages, because he was saying that you should not call yourself Hebrews. You should call yourself Israelites, because only their enemies called them Hebrews, and it was a derogatory term. So, but Gabar cleaned it up real good. You know, he said, yeah, but you know, nigger is in the Bible. Niger, the word you know is Niger, is really pronounced nigger, and in some parts of the world it means king, and for us it means black, and which is a term of endearment. And they perverted that term over here in the United States. So that's a perfect analogy what he said right there. So
Did
if
they
you call
show him that in Acts 13?
now he didn't show him. He would.
No, who was saying that? Gabar?
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, the dude got David Rowe got the Bible damn near memorized. So you ain't, all you gotta do is say a little something, and he knows exactly what you're talking about. He was correcting Gabar half the time. I mean, not that GLCC knows anything, but I'm just saying that he tried to correct them a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And his corrections were correct.
Like he just don't believe that they Hebrews.
Who don't?
David Rowe.
Nah, he said yes. He said yes, they are. But and he kept hearing African American instead of in every country on earth. You know what I'm saying? In every country on earth. And then it also included Israelis and Jewishers.
Who included Israelis and Jewish?
David Rowe.
Oh, okay.
So that's when the Jamaican dude kept getting mad and kept trying to correct him. Yeah, it's a good one, man. Let me show you. Oh, I can't find that Telerod thing. You got to look around and look up you know what I'm saying, Kenyon on that.
Where Line Bear at, man?
I don't know.
Right before you dropped, or right after you dropped out the live stream, we got to talking about him, and I guess he jumped in, heard us on the live stream, and then the live drop. We was having I don't know, he's making me kind of realize some things, man. Like we kind of got the same ideas.
What about the reality doctrine?
Well, nah, like basically like on the end time, like you know I'll be talking about like when is
Green light.
Yeah, when's the green light? How we gonna know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say I like his presentation. He just needs to develop it more with dates and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then he's going to have to examine his reality doctrine through the lens of the classical arena. You know what I'm saying? Because how can you possibly explain, you know what I'm saying, all the idolatry in Egypt? You know what I'm saying? That's the pyramids. You got the doggone, everything is right there in Egypt. So Israel was right next to it, dude. You know what I'm saying? You can't make Israel the states. I mean, you know what I'm saying, the North and South and Central America, and make the Jordan the Atlantic Ocean. You can't do that because Egypt is right there in front of your face. Ethiopia, the Bible talks about Cush and Ethiopia and all that stuff. All that stuff is still right there with all their idolatry still intact.
Yeah. That's all.
Don't get on here cussing me out, Lion Man. But you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the arena part, you're not making sense. I like your reality doctrine, But you know what I'm saying? You need some dates and you need the locations. You got Mount Sinai way, you don't even know where it's at. You don't know where the doggone Noah's Ark is. You don't know this. Talking about they changed the names of the places. They ain't changed no names of no places. You know how I know this? Because it was even doubly reaffirmed to me. Did you watch that video that Madon sent us with that hippie, that Rastafarian white dude?
I ain't watched it yet.
Okay, so he goes in, dude. He goes in. Watch that, and it proves that ancient Israel, you know what I'm saying, from the Nile River to the Tigris and all that stuff, is the Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? That was protected by the cherubim. And we Nile River to there you go, about to cuss me out. And we were the first. We was the first people allowed back. Well, we was the first of the living allowed to go back into the Garden of Eden because there was already Canaanites living in there, Moabites and all kinds of other people. But they are dead people. You know what I'm saying?
Tom. Hey, hold on, I'll be right back. Shalom, Line Bear, man. We just got to talk about you, man.
I'm like, no, hey, I log on and I just listen. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta learn. So as soon as you mention his name,
No, because I like to hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just talk. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back and just chill.
right.
So that's all. But you speak my name, so I got to come on and.
And I mentioned it because I was like, man, I was sitting there thinking like, because the last night I was like, bro, he's probably listening. So I was like, man, where Lion Bear at, man?
Yeah. I was listening. I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was doing some research. I had it up. I was doing some research. I was looking into the Sea Peoples and the Battle of Kadesh, and I'm just doing some research on that. Then I heard y'all talking that Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Talking that shit. So So let me see. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Yeah, so that's what David Rowe was saying, that only their enemies called them Hebrew. But that's the same as over here in the United States when only our enemies called us nigger. Because that's what we were calling ourselves.
Yeah.
Nigger.
Yeah.
So they turned it into a damn derogatory term.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he got any right to try to define anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what Gabar was saying at the end of the video. He was saying, whenever you deal with these historians, make sure you keep your questions historical, because once you go into the Bible portion of it and the faith aspect of it, then they're going to have their 2-cent Christianity lies already programmed in their mind.
Right.
And then they're going to express that just as clearly as they do their historical expertise. So then people are going to tend to believe the historian about the faith aspect as if they have studied the Bible from our point of view, a Hebraic, nationalistic point of view of following the culture and doing the culture and keeping the laws, statutes, commandments, and getting greater understanding along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just a Christian that just heard something in the pulpit as a child. He said he stopped, thinking about Catholicism his entire teenage life and adulthood. So you 14 years old when you're a teenager, 13, and you stop thinking about Catholicism, which includes a Bible, and then you get into your adult and college life, and he said this is why everybody goes to college, believers, and come out atheists, because there's no evidence. Dude, see that's why you don't have agents on there without a presentation to counteract their lies. You got to have a whole bunch of evidences. Man, I talked to this old dude about 3-4 years ago because I was feeling down and out one time. I said, hey, why do you believe? He said, it's because of the evidences. What do you mean? There's evidence all over everywhere. Man, the man sent me about 2,000 different archaeological digs. I still haven't looked at all of them to this day.
Yeah.
that confirm the Bible. So what the fuck you talking about? There's no evidence, David Faggoty Roll.
Is David Rowe a Bible scholar, or is he an atheist trying to debunk the Bible? What's his role?
He thinks he's an agnostic,
Oh,
but
okay, one of those guys.
he's really an agent provocateur. You know what I'm saying? That's all he is.
Right.
He uses his mastery of the English language and his experience in archaeological digs and his contacts of network of accepted white scholars all over the world to say that he is the authority on the Bible. You can't do that. All you got to do is say that you just go around the archaeological digs and you dust off bones. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about the Bible, dude. The Bible does not make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to most atheists and agnostics because they're retarded.
Yeah. Well,
they don't have that form of intelligence.
I was reading through a book, man, about 8 months ago, I think, and the book was called "It's Not There." I think it's called "It's Not There," and it was some archaeologist, a female, I can't remember her name, and she was saying there is really not a lot of evidence of anything in that region that we call Israel. The cities are not lining up, this, and that, and the other, and I don't think that they're necessarily trying to. I think what's going on, man, like I told you before, that's probably not the land, man. You know what I'm saying? I know people don't like to hear stuff like that, but something tells me that's probably not the land. That's why you're not seeing what you want to see. You see what I'm saying? Or
I'm saying that's possible, but what I'm telling you is you're gonna have to develop an ideology, a part of your realism doctrine that explains the existence of Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt is there. I'm not. I'm not debunked. Yeah, I'm not saying that.
So Israel was directly right next door to it.
How do you know that, bro? It took them 40 years to get there. What you talking about? It took them
40 years to get there, dude.
It took them 40 years.
It didn't take them 40 years to get there.
They were in the wilderness 40 years.
They were in the wilderness 40 years because they were scared to fight.
Huh?
They weren't allowed to go in. 40 years.
They were scared to fight.
They were scared to fight.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I know what you're talking about when they said there was giants in the land and stuff like that. Yeah, I got you on that.
Yeah, that wasn't the only one that they were afraid to fight. They were afraid to fight their way back home. They had to conquer as they went along.
Are you aware of how volatile that particular region was at that time?
No.
Yeah, I mean, from my research, man, that was a very volatile region, man. The Hittites were still strong.
Okay, all right, check this out, dude. Check this out. All right. Egypt fell directly after Israel left.
It was the decline of Egypt, yes.
The decline of Egypt took about 40 so years for it to fall all the way because they were steady conquering their domain. Canaan was part of their domain.
Part of their empire. They could circle that small area for 40 years, man.
They didn't walk around in circles, my man. They were afraid to fight.
No, I don't know. I just don't, you know. I'll look into it some more, man, but that's not what I'm coming up with right now.
But that falls directly in line with your reality doctrine.
Oh, it don't.
Scared to fight.
It falls in reality with a fake land that they set up over there, basically going back to their home. That's why when they dig up stuff, it don't hardly look like us half the time. And then, in order for you to accept that doctrine of Israel being right there and everything, the whole world being centered right there in that area, you have to agree that people weren't traveling throughout the world. And I don't believe that. I don't believe
I don't have to agree to that.
Yeah, bro.
I don't have to agree that people weren't traveling all over the world just because
I'm saying, though,
we're in the wilderness for 40 years.
What I'm saying is that everything is located. If you look at a map, a Bible map, or whatever the case may be, everything is located right there in that region. And that's hard to believe for me. I believe these people could travel all across the world if they wanted to. And they in fact did that. You know what I'm saying? What's the chances, man, of you having pyramids over here in South America, Central America, things of that nature, and then you have pyramids in Egypt. Like that's very that's rare, man.
Okay.
I mean,
There are pyramids in China. There are pyramids in Japan. There are pyramids underwater under Bermuda.
Right. And there's computers, right? So you got computers in America.
So you telling me that these people were scuba divers and built 2 pyramids up under Bermuda?
Now come on, man. You know I ain't saying that. I'm saying, man, waters rise and things of that nature, brother. But what I'm saying is that these things are found all over the world. Why? Because people travel all throughout the world. Same way you got computers in America, computers in damn Iraq, computers in Japan, because people travel, man, and do commerce and stuff like that throughout the world, and they've always been like that.
That's a given. That's a given. That don't prevent them having a bordered nation, dude.
Right. So I think that the Most High gave them a different land that's not right there next to Egypt, okay? And then they had to travel some ways. I don't think they went right next door and said, okay.
The records of them fighting that land.
Huh?
They made up.
What records? No. What you mean?
The records of the wars between Israel and Egypt.
Why are you saying it's made up? No, it ain't made up.
If it's not made up, then how did they get back and forth?
The same way they get back and forth now.
You trying to tell me these people got mad at people living in North, South, and Central America, went way across over there just to conquer them people like that?
They do it all the time, bro.
Dude, you thinking too much.
That's you know what I think the Israel land might be. You know what I mean?
Peru?
Something I thought about. I think it might have been an outpost. I think it might have been it could have been like an outpost, like the base was somewhere somewhere else. And that was like an outpost.
Where they found Tel Dan at? You know what Tel Dan is?
That's a city, right?
Tel Dan is a hill where they found a charred piece of Solomon's temple that had the House of David inscription on it and the Tetragrammaton on it.
Yeah. I don't have no problem with that, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I think you misunderstand it.
I'm saying they found it over there.
That's fine, bro.
Okay, and what I'm saying is they found tons of thousands of other things as well in that same arena.
That's cool. My premise is this. I don't trust them. I don't care what they finding is what they say they finding. Okay? Things ain't adding up. So I'm looking into it a little further. Now, the more research I do, the more I realize how much they don't know. Everything is of if, maybe, possibly. Scholars disagree. Some say it is never. It's not concrete, man. So they're telling you within their own literature that they really are making educated guesses the same way I'm making educated guesses. You see what I'm saying? So
Mount Sinai is a guess that people disagree on.
Well, how do you know that's the Mount Sinai? Show me the oldest map of Mount Sinai. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, you asked me. You be answering your own questions.
Okay, go ahead. Say it again. Do what?
You said, how do I know that?
I didn't say that.
Just ask me, how do I know that's Mount Sinai?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Did you forget that?
It was rhetorical because you asked me something about Mount Sinai. So yeah, I asked that rhetorically. But go ahead.
Okay. Now, the top of Mount Sinai is carved. Okay.
You said what? Bro, you're breaking up. Say it again.
The top of Mount Sinai is charred. That's one piece. Did you hear that part?
Okay. You said it's charred?
Yeah, charred.
Okay.
Then you got a smooth rock that clearly has water eroded water in the area. And it's also the valley part eroded water in the area. You got the altar there where they put Hathor on top of the altar.
Hey, Lineberry, you echoing real bad on. We can hear ourselves.
Hey, you can what? Oh, you want me to mute? Here.
Okay, so you got the charred mountaintop. You got a rock there that's split in half. That is clearly water eroded, but there's no water in the area. The valley part is water eroded. You got the altar where they put the Hathor on there, on top of there. You got tons of inscriptions in ancient Hebrew or Paleo, one of those old Hebrew scripts. And you have, all those other. If you look at it, if you take the literal reading of the Bible, you have every element there at Mount Sinai.
Here, check this out though. Look at Mount Sinai on your concordance or whatever you use, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at how many times it's mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at when it's mentioned after they, if you look into the book of the Psalms, right? It's in there twice. But it's speaking of it not as in we're next to Mount Sinai. It's speaking of it as in it's giving a testimony about what the Most High did at Sinai.
Mm-hmm.
Even in Nehemiah, when he mentions Mount Sinai, it's speaking as a testimony of what happened at Mount Sinai. Even in Judges, it's speaking as a testimony to what happened at Sinai.
Mm-hmm.
They were gone by then. You're not going to find in Jeremiah, in Daniel, anything like that about, oh yeah, we were hanging out at Mount Sinai, or Mount Sinai is right. It's not. They speak about it as a testimony to what happened at Mount Sinai.
Mm-hmm.
So that area could be that. They started off in the area of Egypt. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the conquest took them to another land, not right there what we know as Israel. So that might be Mount Sinai right there. But that's not where the story ends. There was a conquest that took place, I think, that took them somewhere else. Possibly Central the Americas, possibly. You know what I'm saying? I can't prove nothing I'm saying right here, but I'm saying
I know. I'm just saying that.
Yeah. But we talking
your reality doctrine would be better developed in that arena.
But I didn't come up with a reality doctrine to come on YouTube to teach a reality doctrine. You see what I'm saying? So you saying things like it's not developed. This is not for me to develop. It wasn't a developed thing. I didn't think, oh, let me get together and try to teach some brothers a reality doctrine, or let me, you know what I'm saying? I do my own independent stuff and this and that and the other, and if a question comes up, I try to answer it and we can have a conversation. But I'm not trying to prove anything per se. We can speak on it, you know what I'm saying, and go from there. But I mean, I'm working on things as we go, putting things more down on paper, taking better notes and things of that nature, so that maybe if I have to prove it one day, maybe I can do that if it's the Most High's will. But I didn't jump on this platform to try to fine tune a doctrine. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, but
I'm just looking for the truth.
You gotta go over.
I'm just looking for the truth, bro.
Yeah, right. So you should look for the truth, and you should know the truth, and then you should repeat the truth. So that's why I'm giving you suggestions, constructive criticism.
You gotta go over Numbers 33 real well, man. Numbers 33, the whole chapter.
You telling Lionberry?
Yeah, from verse 1 to verse 49.
What's that about?
The journeys in the wilderness, like all the locations they went to.
Oh, okay.
Now Numbers is going back and repeating what they had already done, right?
No, it's Deuteronomy is basically like.
Well, yeah, I know that. Okay, but I know that there's a. Okay, go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you.
No, you good. Numbers. How do you explain it?
Hey man, I'm just gonna say this right now, man.
Let's say like this.
That land over there that they call it Israel, that ain't the damn land, bro. Straight up and down. Now I might not be able to prove it right now, but I'm telling you right now, and I'm putting it on the record, man. That shit is not the land, man. Straight up and down, man. And I don't know why. That's like a shock to the system and a shock to the soul that these bastards would lie. It's like all of a sudden people get offended when they've been lying fucking since forever. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, what? They lying? Nah, bro. They got to rock on it.
People get offended.
Yahweh on it.
Oh, Perry or something? I don't believe
No. I'm just talking about in general, man. In general.
Oh, you told people when they get mad.
Not that people get mad, but it's like, why wouldn't it be the land? And listen, man, the same way.
I'm gonna say this though.
I mean, but ain't that a logical question though? Why would you not allow somebody to scrutinize your information that you tell them?
No, I don't have no problem with it. See, I don't even call what I have information per se. I'm speaking to y'all openly, having an open question, dialogue about some possibilities, man. That's it. But like I said, I take your advice. I got a PowerPoint I'm working on right now. I'm gonna try to put some things together slowly, but it's not easy, man, because there's so many lies out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you the other day that I think I found the plagues. You know what I'm saying? And they're not what you're gonna think they are. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
how do you discern true?
I go through the scriptures first, man. That's the filter, always.
Okay.
I'm going through the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for everything I line up with the scriptures, you know what I'm saying?
Are you looking for locations and time?
Huh?
Are you looking for locations and time?
Time is a hard thing, man, to really gauge, man. I know we got to line up, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get your time because the people who are telling you the time, how do we know what they're saying is true? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it like that, but I'm working on time, yeah. But it's not as easy as one might think.
Okay.
But it tells you, even in the scriptures, that every time one of the plagues hit Egypt, that the magicians did so. I'm sorry, that the Egyptians, the magicians did so. I don't know. Let me find the exact scripture, man. Hold on. No, I brother. I understand that. Yep, I understand that. I think the locusts. Let me see. I can't remember which curse it was, but it says that the magicians did so, right? If I don't know if I talked to y'all about this before. What them guys is going in and doing, man, the Egyptian scribes and their sorcerers and shit like that worked up in them temples, they would go in there, if something was unfavorable for Pharaoh, they would go back and change it to make it look like Pharaoh did something great, okay? And that's a form of sorcery, okay? Because, years and years later, when somebody comes back to look at that dang on wall written in stone, in your mind, you're thinking that's the truth. So that right there is a form of magic, okay? Mm-hmm. So some of the things that you might read that Egypt did were things that were really happening to them, okay? Keep in mind that those temple inscriptions was a testimony to their God, okay? So the Pharaoh was writing his testimony to Ra and this and that and the other, right? Mm. It's almost like a resume, okay? So if I'm going to get a job, I'm not going to put no bad shit on my resume. If I got fired from a job two jobs ago, I'm not going to put that on my resume. I'm going to put all the good stuff on the resume because I'm trying to please whoever going to hire me. So the Pharaohs did the same thing. So just because you see something on that wall, it's probably flipped sometimes where something bad happened to Egypt, but Egypt is trying to make it say that they did it. I'm looking at stuff like that too, like this Kadesh thing and how they say they won, and there's no evidence to say that Egypt won that battle. I'm looking into the sea peoples. Who are these sea peoples that no one knows who they are? No one knows who these sea people are. I don't know if you ever heard of them or not.
They're the Phoenicians.
You know what I'm saying? Huh? No one knows who they are, man. It's you can find 9,000 different scholars, and they're going to come up with different things. It's very vague. They don't know a lot about these people, man. Okay? But I tell you one thing that they know, for some reason, they know that they white. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like they don't know nothing else about them, but they know they white. You know what I'm saying?
My scholarly theory is that they were white.
Exactly. So I'm looking heavy into these sea peoples, man, because they kind of matching up with Israelites, man. Especially when you look up things like the Red Sea. And then you got these people called the Sea Peoples, I don't even think the Red Sea was an actual physical location. The Red Sea was not a physical location, man. It was not a physical location. It was a mind state. It was an army.
People like Bloods.
It was an army.
Blood is
Red Sea's an
Bloods
army.
are an army.
Huh?
The Bloods are an army.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm looking into. I'm gonna tell you where I'm at right now. I'm looking into the Sea Peoples. I'm looking to see what who the Hittites were and what they had going on and stuff like that. Say what?
I said, I'll tell you, man, them sea peoples is white, man. It's white, man.
I know, bro.
I'm gonna send
It
you
was
some
white. I know.
about them, about that
Okay.
You think they were white too?
Come on, bro. Everybody's white, man. Everybody who.
No, I didn't say
Everybody.
hold on, man. I didn't say everybody was white. I said the sea peoples in particular are white.
Why you say that?
That ABO gene, man, I'm gonna send y'all a not a documentary, but like bro, to bring some information out about it. Does a lecture on it.
You gotta understand something about DNA. DNA is not 100% yet. You gotta use discernment based on history.
Man, this dude.
I didn't know who they was, man, but they don't know who they were.
Let me give you an example of why DNA is not 100%.
Nah, bro. You remember how I do my breakdown about the wheats and the tares?
Yeah, they got 1% of, you know, they charted they say they charted the whole genome, which they probably didn't because they lie about everything. But they only have 1% of blood samples of these locations that they have their little Y and X DNA charts that date back to forever, to Adam and Eve.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, who y'all think the sea peoples are? Because I think they're the like this how I talk about the
I thought they were Phoenicians.
offspring of the devil.
Israelites.
Nah,
No, man. Some of the scholars think that they're from Turkey and from Anatolia and that area and region and stuff like that. Basically making them white people, man. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know where they came from. They don't know where they went after they so-called destroyed and brought an end to the golden age. I'm sorry, the bronze age.
My bad. That's what I'm trying to tell them, though, where they came from and why I say they're white.
Because ancient Turkans and Anatolians are black people. And the indigenous, you know what I'm saying, the real people of every land is black. But especially they got all the evidence for that.
But you know, I talk about the descendants of Japheth.
Huh?
The descendants of Japheth mutated and turned white, and that's because they was messing with them Nephilim.
Messing with it,
yeah. But look though, they don't know. Put it like this, man, and it's okay. We don't know who they are, bro. We really don't know who they were, bro.
Okay, now why they gotta be black though?
What I'm telling you is that they don't know who they are. I don't know who they are, and I'm looking into it. Okay? Because some of the things that they did, at first glance, line up with what the Israelites did. Okay? There's some similarities between that, and there's some similarities between the Battle of Kadesh and what the Israelites did. Now I know the dates don't line up with them according to modern day academia, but there's striking similarities in these people and in that Battle of Kadesh with the Israelites. There's very striking similarities. So I'm just trying to see, find out what the truth is on that.
Well, they said the Battle of Kadesh
wasn't with the Israelites, my man.
The Battle of Kadesh was with the Hittites. I understand that. But when you read the temple inscription from the Egyptian side of the story, it's strikingly similar to what Moses did to them at the quote-unquote Red Sea.
Oh.
The only difference is the Egyptians say that Ramses II was one.
And they were Hittites instead.
There you go, and everybody just calls them Hittites. Yes. Now I don't speak meta.
That's another thing David Rowe brought out. He explained that Ramses is really pronounced Ramashisha. So he was saying that they have misidentified Shishak. Which one is in the Bible? Shishak or Shishak?
I think it's Shisha.
Shishak. They misidentified him as Shishak in the King's List, and said that the Shishak is really Ramses, because his name is pronounced Ramshisha, and the commoners, just normal people, didn't call him by his entire name. They just called him Shisha, which is closer to Shishak than Shishunk. So I don't know how true that is, but a lot of stuff he was bringing out about the history part is palatable for me. You know what I'm saying? I can take a serious look at what he's saying and see if it lines up to the timelines that I have accepted already.
Yeah. So yeah, but there's similarities, man, in that battle, man. The only thing is, it's like the roles is flipped. You know, the scriptures say Moses and the Israelites were successful during that confrontation, but Ramses or Shishak, however you want to call it, is saying that he was successful. There's a lot of similarities, man. You know what I'm saying? The same way Moses called on the Most High when the children of Israel saw that Pharaoh's army was marching towards them, the Israelites got a little nervous and stuff like that.
Now,
Okay.
are you saying that the idolatrous depictions of the battle to look like Jewish, modern Jewish?
Hold on, man. You got to ask that to Gwen. Hold on. You got to ask that.
Okay, because they got depictions of the Battle of Kadesh, and one of the famous ones is a giant Jewisher with a damn, all he has on is like a little shawl around his waist, and he's got that little kung fu thing, sideburn, and so that's one of the famous images of the Battle of Kadesh.
I've not seen that image, bro. I've looked at a lot of them, and I haven't seen that image, man. The one I see, it looks like it's a square, and it's showing Ramesses is inside of his tabernacle, and it's showing he's surrounded. He's surrounded, but I guess he's saying that he called on Amun to save him out of that trouble, and that kind of lines up with Moses when he called on the Most High, and the Most High said, why are you crying out to me? All right, and then it kind of it's almost the same story. It's just that the victory, who won and who got handled. And I'm gonna go with the scriptures primarily because I believe the scriptures, and then also the scriptures speak to how the Egyptians were magicians. So when you look up that word magician in the scriptures, especially in Exodus, when you click on that and get the understanding of that, it tells you that those were the temple scribes, and they went in there and wrote all kinds of bullshit down or whatever to give you a false image that Egypt was doing all these great things. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To keep that reputation up high. Propaganda. Propaganda is a form of witchcraft and sorcery.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to show the image right here. I think this is the Battle of Kadesh. I'm not an expert. I forgot, you know what I'm saying, what time period this is and which battle it represents and all that stuff, but I think it's the Battle of Kadesh. Let me double check.
So I'm going to find you mine too while you're looking for yours.
You see it? It's up there now. It's not zooming in.
And where's that coming from? Because I've never seen that image. I don't know if you probably have. I don't know if you got a source or what book or what website you got there from.
What?
No, I showed you the first one when we first talked about it. It's on the library. Where that's the depiction of the Hittites.
Right. Right. So, but is this the Battle of Kadesh or what? I just know, the only reason I say it because I knew they were depicted as Hittites, and they look like Jewishes to me. So I said, you know what I'm saying, the Jewishers are right there in front of everybody. And this is one of my evidences I use to show that the the shepherd kings are Hittites. I mean, the kings list itself on Wiki. The list of pharaohs says that the Hyksos are Canaanites, but Jasher says that Hyksos are Ishmael, Edomites, two Edomite kingdoms, one Ishmaelite kingdom, and I just included the Canaanites because they're right there in my face. They're sitting right there in my face. See what I'm saying? I don't know why this thing ain't enlarging. There you go.
Because you use Firefox, man. There you go. You got to put that command plus.
Yeah, see that? They got the sideburn, the kung fu sideburn, and they look like white people. But now, I don't think this is miscolored either. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just images of these looking people all over everywhere in Egypt, and they all colored the same complexion, which is pasty vampire white.
Now keep in mind though, I did learn this from them commissions with Sonetta. They said that when you saw white people, they symbolize that as death. Like, you know how the body doesn't have a soul in it anymore or something like that. So they said sometimes it represents death. So I mean that could be true. That they're dead. They're, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But I also know them bitches go in there and paint some shit up too on your ass.
I seen that.
You know, I don't know if you heard that.
They use chemicals on the walls too to turn them from like dark black to tan. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find my thing, man, but my bookmarks is acting stupid. So just give me. I'm trying to find my battle cadet because I've never seen that.
Right. I think you talking about the one with health. All with health is in the tower, and there's a bunch of dead Hittites all over the ground, and they're in like robes, long robes, full body robes.
No, man. Hold on.
Okay. Let me I got some birth information for Messiah right here. Child of Miriam and Joseph. It's in the Proto-Evangelion of James the 15th. I mean, James.
What is this?
The trial of Miriam and Joseph.
What's the date on it?
Let me look it up.
Because you know that I'm telling you, man, them guys that came after man,
so here's my battle, man. I'm gonna share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Just in it with everybody.
Can you see it? So this is what I look at right here. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Maybe it's the same depiction, but yours is just colored because you got the chariot there, but I'm not seeing that one white dude that you had.
Right.
With the fucking.
I'm trying to see what
curly fucking Shirley Temple locks. I'm not seeing that.
They're just wearing just a little skirt, right?
Yeah. Let me just get to the view image. Make it bigger. All right, Dan, you see it now?
Yeah, try to find like a title for it, and they will have one in cover.
Okay. So this is from a website called mosaicmagazine.com. So, yeah. But that's everyone I've seen look kind of like that. And there's some different ones too, because I know that during that particular battle, Ramesses had it put on a couple temples, and then he put something else on. I think they call them bas or bas reliefs, BAS, all around Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's also some on some papyri somewhere too. So But this is the one I've seen. And I've seen also one where he's like sitting in a tent and he's totally surrounded, and, you know. But, you know, let me get out of here.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. You gotta find them evidence.
No, but I'm working on it, man. You know what I'm saying? But primarily, man, I sit and look at the scriptures, man, for shit forever, man. I just go through, man, and I try to get the understanding of what the words mean in Hebrew and things of that nature to try to see what it's really talking about, man. Because I think they're trying to trick us, man, with some of this fantasy shit, man. Like we ain't men. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. Like we ain't men, and we can't.
The dated 140 to 170 AD.
Huh? You said what?
I would tell Amaziah 140 to 170.
Okay. Aratazar, what's up, man? You quiet, man. Every time I start talking that realism doctrine, man, you get quiet.
Oh, no, y'all been going at it. I just been quiet on the sidelines, you know.
I know you're shaking your head over there like, this nigga gonna burn.
Nah, like I say, nobody, you know, we can't really hate on it because, you know, I mean, it is logical and it is a different way of thinking about things, you know what I mean? And the Lord tell you to be circumspect, and that's one aspect that people don't take in consideration, you know.
Yeah, because the reason I like it because I seem to have some type of logic going that way when I talk about this elections and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think the elect are supposed to be elected in elections, and we're supposed to appoint one head over us. So that process is called elections. But the scripts that everybody's waiting on is for a Mashiach to crack the sky and come with his 200 million angels. So now I don't see that as our earthly rulership. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's my doctrine is different from the traditional doctrine that we're supposed to wait for that event before we do anything.
So the 200 million angels.
They're supposed to be coming out of the sky.
Yeah. Right. 'Cause I've been thinking about that kind of stuff too. Are all these 200 million angels Israelites? Well, I don't. Some people probably don't even think they're real Israelites, like physical humans. They might think that they're actual angel or some kind of being. I don't know, from the heavens.
Right. From my perspective,
a lot of brothers think that
they are joint heirs. So the joint heirs are Israelites. And these particular ones, well, I mean, the 144,000 are the men who were never defiled by women. And then you got the unnumberable multitude, which is their families and their friends and stuff like that. That's how I see it. But
hey, one more fact about the sea peoples, real quick, before I lose this. And if y'all want to change the subject, you know, it ain't my show, but we can. The sea peoples, man, they say that they travel when they fought wars. They had their women and kids and stuff with them. Like they traveled with their families. It wasn't like just the men come out there and do battle and go back to wherever they came from. Like they literally had their kids and shit with them, and they not fighting on the battlefield, but they were with their families and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they were fucking nomads, and they had their families and kids. They would stay at the camp. They go out there and fight, and then come back. Man, that sounds like Israel to me. I'm not saying it is, but it's just one of those connections, you know.
Khan or something like that, or Genghis Khan. I forget the name of the movie, but they have that same. They do that same thing, which they'll set up camp somewhere close, you know, like 2 miles out or something like that, and then they just leave the women and children at home at the camp site.
Hey, send me that post you looking at.
What's
I
that?
want to see the actual, or send me a link to the actual. My bad, I ain't mean to interrupt you. I was trying to find it.
It's a
Also,
It's a whole bunch. You want to put it where you want to be put it inside chat?
I need to see. I want to see like the actual document.
It's a mix of stuff. It's got the provolone. It's got the infancy of James or something, and it's got the Bible, and it's got odes of Solomon. It says the Spirit opened the womb of the Virgin, and she received conception and brought forth, and the Virgin became a mother with many mercies, and she travailed and brought forth a son without incurring pain. That's in Old Society. But I'm gonna put the whole thing inside that. And then you just look up the titles of these original documents.
Yeah. I'm gonna be listening, but I'll be back in a little bit, man. I gotta trying to finish up what I'm doing.
When you gonna do the heart presentation?
I'm still working on it, man. I got a lot of research I've been looking at.
All right.
And then I've been trying to I've really been more focused on scriptures too here lately, so I've been going back through the whole Torah and everything past few days.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, we'll see you when we get back. All right, so what we got here? All right, I guess we're done with those topics. So, new topic for
Do say reality doctrine. I mean, what you call it? That's funny.
The reality doctrine, realism doctrine,
Huh?
Realism doctrine.
Realism doctrine. Now I got a doctrine. That's cool. That's what's up.
Precept upon precept. Yes, sir. Get them dates and locations. That's why I told you. I bet you to be strong if something can convince you that arena is the original arena.
Arena. What you mean?
The area, you know what I'm saying? Egypt, Ethiopia, Africa, Arabia, Israel, Iraq, Iran, Turkey, Greece, you know what I'm saying? Rome, all that stuff is right there in that, all there together.
I'm looking at everything.
Okay. Shit. Okay, who you got your money on out of the Westbrooks? If you was single, I know you married too, but if you was single, you too.
What's this Westbrooks, man? You sound like you. I don't even know what y'all was talking about, man. I had no idea what you was talking about. What y'all was talking about. I seen the thing you pulled up, but I don't know who they are. I don't know what is that.
Oh, you never seen them before?
Hell no.
That's
Me neither.
Hey, I'm trying to find ancient Israel, man. You looking at ancient Westbrooks?
They modern Westbrooks, but they you know what I'm saying? They just little cute little women from Compton. You know what I'm saying? They come from a gangster family, and they just be, you know, this is like a little. They had a little reality show for about a year, for a season or two, and their dad has been married about damn near 30 years, and one of the daughters got proposed to on the show by some guy he was dating for a long time. So it's like a relationship. I mean, it kind of focuses on relationship a little bit, but it was talking more about how they got semi-famous. You know what I'm saying? The youngest one would post pictures of herself, sexy pictures of herself, that she got semi-famous.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Go ahead, Aratazar. You got a opinion on it?
He must not know who they are either, because Amaziah didn't know who they were either.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
no problem. All right, what's another topic then? Uh-oh. You got your boy Philip Stallings showing Vocaz Malone's Masonic hand gestures. He's trying to cover up Israel along with the other 40 famous white pastors around the country. Steve Harvey. Damn, what's that boy name? That rapper boy. Saint Lunatic dude. He's showing it. Other pastors. Moral of the story is get your behavior perfected. And then perform the prophecies. One of the prophecies, form your own nation. Form your own military, get your own commerce, and trade with other nations. Because that's all they want is money. So as long as they're getting money, you won't be conquered. But you're trying to separate your trade from them. That's what the atheists and Kemites want to separate and not trade with them at all, ever. And then wherever they relocate to, they're just going to be bombed heavily. That's why it says in the sight of the nations, Israel is going to be considered a wise nation. We're going to have our own everything, and we're going to trade with them, and we're just going to be smarter than everybody else about everything. The Bible has the master plan. What y'all think about Ken Ham making all that loot off of our heritage? And he got the replica of the Noah's Ark down there in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ain't offered nothing there. It's like $1 yet.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Somebody boldly said the other day, I can't remember who it was, said, I don't think y'all are Israelites. I said, what?
Wow.
Somebody on the show?
I can't remember who it was. It was somebody, one of those coon shows where they had, you know what I'm saying, some white scholar on there kissing his ass. You know what I'm saying? I told
G-Man?
it might have been. Hold it down for a second. I gotta do something.
Alrighty. What's up, brothers?
Not that much. How you doing, King?
I'm good, man. I was had a conversation with Lion Bear last night. We were looking at the book of Judges, right, in chapter 1. And he brought something to my attention, so I read through Deuteronomy 1 through 18 earlier. I'm trying to finish it up tonight. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I kind of marked all the places where I seen similarities that we were talking about in the book of Judges. Let me see here. Was it 1 and 19?
Hey, I'm listening to you. Hold on for a second though.
You good? The book of Judges 1 and 19. And Yahuwah was with Judah, and he drave out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley, because they had chariots of iron.
We talked about this last night, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I went through Deuteronomy 1 through 18 a few hours ago, and was kind of like taking notes of the different places where, like how we were talking about how it says, "Do not be afraid," and talking about be courageous, things of that nature. Let me see here.
And that was a good script. I mean, that kind of goes into what I was saying about how the Most High worked through us. Like, why would it say that the Most High couldn't drive out the chariot or defeat that? That don't make no sense.
Con.
Read it again, man.
Let me see. One second. I'm trying to find the preset for it, cause I normally use different color pens, but I lost all of them. So everything I was reading today, I was marking in black. Let's see.
It's Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Most High thy power, he is that doeth go with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee. That's Deuteronomy 31:6.
Con. Let's see. My eyes are getting weary too, man, from looking at this computer screen and trying to look at this paper. But I mean, it's basically all over the book. I'm just slipping right now.
What you trying to link up?
Just basically finding those scriptures like you was talking about. Right here in let's see, Deuteronomy 1:29. Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them. You know, things like that. The Most High, your power, which go before you, he shall fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. There was also another real interesting one that I marked down about Egypt. Just got to go back over this book. I don't know how many times I've read this thing, man. It's like it just slips from my memory. Okay, and Deuteronomy 3:22. It's another place I marked. It says, "Ye shall not fear them, for Yahuwah your Elohim, he shall fight for you." Let's see. And let's see.
Hey, so I stepped away once you start talking about this. So you trying to link up scriptures to explain Judges 1:19 or
No,
what? I'm trying to understand
looking.
what you're doing.
I was like marking down similarities, but like I said, like it's kind of hard for me to go back and remember, because normally I use like a colored pen, like different colored pens when I mark stuff, but I marked everything in all black when I was reading earlier. And this is a new Bible. I don't have my old Bible, so I'm just having a hard time finding. And then like my eyes are kind of weary too from looking at the computer screen, so it's hard for me to see the paper right now. But I was reading in Deuteronomy 1:29. It says, "Then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them." The Yahuwah al-Haikah, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. And then when you go over to 3 and 22, it says, ye shall not fear them, for Yahuwah al-Haikah, he shall fight for you. Let's see.
Yo, I gotta correct something I said earlier, because it made it sound like I don't believe a Mashiach is gonna return in the sky with 200 million people, and I thoroughly am convinced that he will. But what I'm saying is, until we see that, we're supposed to be studying every form of science. We're supposed to be learning math the best we can. We're supposed to be learning building techniques, sociology, psychology, you know what I'm saying? And all that stuff, and government, you know, situations, you know what I'm saying, geopolitics, and how commerce. We're supposed to be an expert at everything, plumbing, electricity, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want people to get the wrong idea, think I don't believe he's not going to return to the sky, because I think he is.
If that happens, bro, and I ain't trying to be funny, if that happens, like you think it's gonna happen, stay with me now. You'll never have sex again, bro. You'll never find another woman ever again that wants you, bro. You will
Sex,
lose
sex is
all
not
your
bad.
power. Ain't nobody gonna deal with you, bro. That'll be the end of every. You wouldn't.
You break it. I mean, you muffled.
Hold on, what now? I can't hardly hear you, Weinberg.
Can you hear me? I'm
Yeah.
saying, won't no woman want you, man. That'll be the end of that relationship. No, men and women staying together, because women like power. So if they see that power coming from other than you, saying you ain't got no power, you done, bro. I
What are you
can't
talking
understand.
about?
You saying if 200 million angels crack the sky with Yahweh Shai, that ain't. How does that make you mighty? I'm trying to understand the rationale behind that. How does that show your strength?
Well, the credit goes back to the Most High.
Our strength goes back to we're strengthened through. We can do all things through Hamashiach, who strengthens us. So he gets the credit for our mightiness.
I think I
Plus,
know.
that goes into the conversation. Whether do you believe that there's going to be sex in the kingdom?
Yeah, the kingdom's gonna be on earth. Listen, man, there was already a kingdom of heaven, man. The kingdom of heaven was here. That's why I tell you in the scriptures that the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. The kingdom of heaven is the kingdom that the Most High set up as Israel. He gave us law, statutes, and commandments to run our kingdom. That is the kingdom of heaven. That's that wisdom that comes down from on high. So they had the kingdom of heaven. We lost it. They was having sex in that kingdom of heaven. We're gonna have sex in our new kingdom of heaven. Why? I mean,
Yahushua said that we're not going to be married in the kingdom of heaven.
context, man.
No, he said the angels neither marry nor are given into marriage. He ain't
Yeah,
saying
and he said we're going to be like the angels.
yeah. He said when you die, you are like the angels.
Because they tried to trick him up with that, who's the woman going to be married to with the 7 husbands. And he said we're going to be like the angels.
Yeah.
So you saying we're gonna be dead in the kingdom of heaven?
That's
No,
what
I'm
it sounds like
saying
he's saying.
I have no need for. Well, in that context, like in my mind, I'm like, it'd be cool if we can still have sex in the kingdom of heaven. But if he's saying that we're not going to be married and we're going to be like the angels, then that sounds like to me that there's not going to be any sex. But I don't see why we would need it.
See, I'm
Like
thinking
to
that's a
me, that
carnal
seems
way
like
of thinking,
a
man.
carnal thing, like a fleshly thing.
But if you interpret that scripture that way, that's carnal right there. Like
How?
there's obviously a spiritual meaning to that. There's obviously a spiritual understanding to that statement that has nothing to do with sex or you physically being married to another woman and having to commit with another woman. That's the carnal way of looking at it. The spiritual way of looking at it is looking and saying, what is he really trying to convey? What message is he trying to convey to us? Is he talking about us dealing with all these other doctrines and stuff like that, like we're doing right now? Islam, Christianity,
I'm an atheist, I'm agnostic. You married to those different things. Is he talking about on that spiritual realm? You see what I'm saying? So what's the real meaning in the message?
Let's get it out. Because to me, the question was about a carnal thing, and he was basically saying like, no, that's not going to be.
So I'll let you read it, man. I
Okay,
found it.
Mark chapter 12. Let me pull it up for you. Okay, Mark. Okay, it says Mark 12 and 18. Then come unto him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection, and they asked him, saying, okay, so these guys, they didn't even believe in the resurrection anyway, so they're just really being small asses, right? Master Moses wrote unto us, if a man's brother die, and leave his wife behind him, and leave no children, that his brother should take his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were 7 brethren, and the first took a wife, and dying left no seed, and the second took her and died, neither left he any seed, and the third likewise. And the 7 had her and left no seed. Last of all, the woman died also. In the resurrection, therefore, when they shall rise, whose wife shall she be of them? For the 7 had her to wife. And Yahushua answering said unto them, do ye not therefore err, because ye know not the scriptures, neither the power of Yahuwah? For when they shall rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels which are in heaven. And as touching the dead, if they rise, have ye not read in the book of Moses, how in the bush Yahuwah spoke unto him, saying, I am the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob. So right there where it says, Mark 12 and 25, but when they shall rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage. So
Let me ask
that's
you a
talking
question,
about
brother.
a carnal thing that's not going to be, when you said carnal and spiritual things, it's speaking spiritually, because we're not going to be partaking in carnal activities such as marriage,
Let me ask you a question, bro.
kingdom.
Who's that woman that the Messiah is talking about, man? That woman is somebody. You know that, right?
What do you mean? You could make it somebody. I don't think they're talking about anybody in particular, because like I said, those guys don't believe in unless you're trying to say it's Mary Magdalene or something like that. I don't think it's anybody in particular.
I think that woman is Israel, bro.
Well, Israel's supposed to be married to Christ, so that can't be true.
Who are the men?
Israel's the bride of Christ.
What it sound like he's saying to me, and what they're trying to challenge him on, man. Remember, it's my stance that those guys were Edomites, and what they try to use a scripture on the Messiah, but the Messiah kind of played them. They're saying that the woman was married to someone, and no seed, nothing came of that marriage. Then that guy died. Then the woman moves on to another one. No seed, there's no fruitfulness in that marriage, and it dies. It keeps getting passed on and passed on. But what I think the Messiah is trying to tell them is that that the resurrection is not necessarily is talking about Israel's resurrection from the dead, and we're not going to be given in marriage no more, because we're going to be with the Most High, or with Yahweh Shai. I think he's trying to give a lesson there about Israel, and they're saying that, well, what happens if they die? I don't know if that makes sense or not. we've been married to a lot of different ideologies and through different captivities and this and that and the other, and it hasn't been fruitful. No seed.
And she played the harlot.
She has played the harlot.
I can't.
But that's not
I
harlot.
can see that. I can show you that.
The brothers
But I
died.
can't see that in that one.
The brothers died. She's allowed to marry when the brothers die.
No, they were trying to trick him up with that, but he tricked them up. They was looking at it carnally, but he started talking to them spiritually, man. He was showing how that law. It's hard to explain. But I mean, if you think that's a physical story, he's talking about something like that, and physical resurrection like that, then I mean, it is what it is. But there's a deeper spiritual meaning behind that, bro. And I think it has to do with Israel and Israel being married to other quote unquote brothers, and no seed or no fruit coming from that, and it keep getting passed on from brother to brother to brother.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't think that had nothing to do with us having sex in the kingdom or nothing like that, bro.
Okay, check this out. It's 1 Corinthians 15:49, which is a precept to this same scripture. It says, "And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly." Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Okay, because Paul's talking about the resurrection in this scripture. And to me, he's just, like I said, Christ is speaking on the resurrection. And the reason he hit them like that to me is because they don't even believe in the resurrection. So they were speaking on some shit that they didn't even, not only did they not know how it was going to be, but also, what is it?
So Matthew's.
Also, they didn't believe in it. But,
Okay, go ahead, my bad.
quick,
Go ahead.
you know, he did say that, he says in Mark 12:24, do ye not therefore err, because ye know not the scriptures? Okay, so that means that there's some stuff in the Old Testament that he's talking about that gives us this understanding, as well as what you're talking about. I could definitely show that in the Old Testament as well, like in Jeremiah chapter 3.
But now
Jeremiah 3:1.
she wasn't playing the harlot though.
What are you talking about? I'm saying Jeremiah 3:1 is exactly what Linebear is talking about.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, okay, check this out. It says Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She didn't play the harlot though, because each brother died, and she's allowed to marry the other brothers.
Right. That's what I said. Like I don't see that as being.
And Linebear didn't say that. I just threw that out there because to try to I'm trying to get that realism in my mind so that I can just come up with concepts myself. I can't get it down pat.
I mean,
have you seen this video right here?
Say again?
My screen.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
Last one I seen with him was when he was talking to Sarnetta.
Lord have mercy. This dude is 100% flaming homosexual in the closet.
Who? Tommy Sotomayor?
Huh? Yeah.
You think
This
so?
dude, he had gotten a car accident, and it was a black woman. So he's out with his phone, recording his damage and talking about his damage. And she gave him her insurance information and all that stuff, and he went pure crazy. And he was talking about, bye, bitch, bye. I don't even like black bitches anyway. He had the purest gay accent you can imagine. This dude.
Hey, how long was the video?
I didn't know he was gay until today. About 3 minutes.
Do it.
Oh shit! All right. All right. Let me go to it. Oh my god.
Hey, but I mean, back to that topic right quick too. Like, that's pretty much the only scripture about marriage in the kingdom. So then you'd have to show me some more scriptures where, you know, to back up the fact that we would be having intercourse in the kingdom. I just don't see that happening.
Where's the kingdom gonna be, bro?
It's gonna be on earth.
Then how you?
Because I just read to you that we're gonna have a whole different.
So we just have
bodies, man.
Glorified body.
Yeah, your glorified body. Yeah, you have a
sex
glorified body. You do have a glorified body, man. Like, yeah, that's true. But
We're gonna be dead.
that's a mindset, man, and a understanding of who you are and how you live and how you walk. Your body's now glorified. It don't mean you're glowing.
You know how much trouble I done got into, man.
What you mean?
Just for being a man, bro. And thinking it was
Not for being no.
That's why your body will be glorified now. But your body, yeah, but that's you being in your mind state that you are right now. But in the kingdom, you're not gonna have that same mindset. Like, your mind gonna be different, so your body gonna be glorified because you're not gonna be as lustful and doing all kinds of manners. I'm not saying you wicked, but you know what I'm saying. We ain't gonna be thinking like that on that level. That's what that means. I don't think we're gonna be glowing or nothing like that and floating in the kingdom.
To be honest, man, like, my mindset on those kind of things have been, you know, slowly already in the process of changing. You know what I'm saying? And my woman don't really understand it. You know what I mean? But like, I just feel like, you know, I feel like I'm starting to like kind of transcend that type of thinking to where now I'm thinking like, what's gonna be the purpose of it? Like, that'd be like saying, because we're supposed to be like Yahushua, so that'd be like saying that he's gonna be having sex in the kingdom to me. You know what I mean?
Now, is that a sin if he has sex? Let's say he had a wife, man, and had sex with her. Would that be a sin?
What he needed for though?
I'm saying, bro, it's not sinful if he did. There's no scripture to say he had a wife or didn't have a wife or anything like that, right? Yes, but I'm saying, huh? It said he didn't have no family, no wife.
Say he got a wife and 2 kids.
That's in one of the Gospels, huh?
Yeah, one of them is Jude and one of them is Sarah.
What? Jude says what?
No, man, he's saying probably the Gospel of Barnabas, or the Gospel of the Gospel of that's the Gospel of Barack Obama.
That's Ian Rice.
Nothing in
the Ian Rice book. That's the Ian Rice book. The vampire author wrote that book on Jesus. To be a complete pervert.
$1. That's the
first page of that shit. It was like
Creflo doctrine. You can have sex. Jesus had sex. That's Creflo.
Yeah, I mean, it's in there. It's just hard to see.
Which one? Where? It's where?
They took that out because the homo Catholics thought it was a sin for him to be married and stuff.
Now, you said it's in what? Where's it at? It's
a breakdown.
No, but what I'm saying is, it in the canonized scriptures, or is it in another thing?
Yeah, it's in the canon, and but the daughter isn't in the canon though. So you got to look outside the canon to find Sarah.
I mean, I don't have no problem with it. I mean, if he,
you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, that wisdom, the scriptures talk about wisdom, as in a feminine aspect, and it, the scriptures talk about loving wisdom. You know what I mean? I think wisdom is key to that. You know what I mean? It's another aspect of the Lord that, that created everything. That's why people say that duality. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Here you go, right here. Oh, let me get my sound right.
On this exit 67 here at Cedar Hill, she hit me turning over in that lane over there, but she cut in too deep because she didn't see me. She turned into my car, hitting my car. I moved over to the side over there, hit that. As you can see, when I went onto the curve, there's damage here. There's a chunk out of this tire, and this one is flat. So
it looks fine to me.
No, you're not gonna talk to me. Hey, let me tell y'all, see? That's the problem with black women right there. They talk. I ain't bothered this woman. I haven't bothered you. I haven't said a word to you. Have I said anything to you? I'm talking to my phone. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye, bitch. This is why nobody likes these black whores. Look at her. Black whores. Black whores. Black whores. Get out my face, though, bitch. Because I'll get your motherfucking ass. Get out my face. Yeah. I don't like black bitches anyway. Bye. Bye. That's a bye, bro, bitch. Bye, bro, bitch. My car costs more than your house, bitch. My car costs more than your house, bitch. Oh, you know who you're talking to. Watch where you find yourself online. I don't have no issue about my insurance, bitch. What insurance? What insurance? What issue, bitch? What issue? No, I don't. He had it. I don't have bitch. I'm not scared, bitch. I'm not scared. You keep talking to me and I ask you to leave me alone. Did I bother you? And I was talking on my phone. You didn't have to say shit to me, did you? Did you have to say shit to me? You didn't have to say shit to me. You did not have to say shit to me. Hey, I got something in the car for you. You want to do it? You want to do it? You want to do it? Then let's roll. Let's do it. Exactly. No, you came over there talking to my phone. They told me to wait because I. He's the one who was wrong. That's why. I want to look over that. I want y'all to see that woman. Look at her.
Is that flaming homosexuality or nah?
Nothing wrong with that nigga's car, man.
Man, something wrong with that dude, man.
Yeah,
That dude said bitch in the gay accent 20 times. And then told the woman that I'm not afraid of you. She was handing him insurance information. And he took that time to make a scene so he can get some views. You know what I'm saying? Well, he said it in the purest gay accent. If I ever heard one. Bye, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of you, bitch. I got something in the car right now, bitch. If you want to go there, bitch. This dude is gay.
Yeah, it took me a minute to realize it was him talking the whole video.
Motherfucker's a gay man.
It didn't even sound like him.
That's right. He talk normal on the show. He's in the closet. He's one of them down low brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't never see him with no woman, and that's why he always talking crazy about black women. But I mean,
he said the best woman he had was a white woman.
Yeah, our women are screwed up like crazy.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do all that shit, man. She should have stabbed that nigga, man.
She ain't even do nothing. She was saying she the whole time she was talking, when you listen closely to it, she was just saying, "You told me to get my insurance information. I gave it to you." And then he talking about, "But you didn't have to say nothing to me, bitch." That's gay. This dude is a homosexual. Lord have mercy. Am I the only one that see that?
Yeah, I think he is. Real talk.
He's still gonna crush Polite though.
Probably so. Yeah, too. I mean, well, I don't know. Polite, I don't know. I mean, polite. He don't never polite. Don't be bringing no scholarship though, man. Polite be fast talking and thinking. You know what I'm saying? He stick to one point. He say one point, and I got you. Ha, I got you. And then just repeat that same point in a live debate, a 5-hour live debate. Say you still didn't address this, and then bring up the same point. I mean, he put that work in on Malik Shabazz though, talking about how lawyers are knights to Britain, or British knights. And
you see, Priest Daniela had the best point on polite is that how come nobody can ever ask polite what the fuck he believes in?
they asked him a million times. He said, "I'm the original man, and I believe, a lot of things Malachi Z. York said."
But you notice nobody ever brings that up in the debate. Nobody ever debates polite's beliefs.
I mean, he teaches.
Everybody else
He
believes.
teaches on him. He's a Kimite. He's a Kimite, 100% Kimite.
Yeah, but not the Nuwabians don't believe the same as the
Kimite. And talks about Kemet 25 hours a day.
If that's the confusion though, because the Nuwabians don't believe the same as the Kemites do.
Right.
They believe the aliens did that shit. You don't never hear him bring up nothing about the planet Risk.
Right. He said he don't believe every single thing that Malachi wrote, and he got his own 90 books that tell his entire doctrine. Polite got like 90 books himself.
That's what he says. I've seen some stuff saying that he plagiarized a lot of his stuff.
Well, it indicates that's what he believes, what he wrote in them books, and he teaches on this shit he believes every day about that lying Kimite shit. But I mean, he's kind of like a normal person where he focuses on getting money like he's supposed to, and teaching other people Kimite madness. This nigga had a sit down with 4 battle rappers. His own battle rapper, the dude that lost to Loaded Lux, Hollow the Don, and some other dude, and was teaching them all 100% Kimite stuff, and they were sitting there soaking it up. So we done lost them. They're gonna be rapping about that pretty soon. But battle rappers are mostly atheists anyway, even the Muslim ones. 90% of them are Muslim, and they don't do nothing that the Quran say to do. So that's atheism. They don't believe there is a God. But let you go into one of them battle rap arenas and say Allah is a lie, is Satan, and the Quran is a lie, and Muhammad is only a prophet to Arabians. Man, that whole crowd gonna go crazy and jump on the stage and beat you up. People are their whole mind is corrupt from beginning to end.
The scriptures say their heart was continually wicked.
Continually wicked. So listen, today or yesterday, I think it was the day, I was thinking, I said, damn, all these people that's gonna die in the race war. I was blaming Polite because I'm looking at my homegirl, Set Luna. She's a Muslim, and she in full Panther uniform, walking with Polite and hugging on Polite, in pictures and stuff like that, and nothing sexual about it. But I'm saying You know, they walking together. You know what I'm saying? You got Cornell West there, gave her a little hug and stuff like that. And she talking to the chief, the chief of some tribe, some Indian tribe, and stuff like that. Yeah, this is my homegirl. Now I know this lady, and she finna join the race war with these dummies that don't know what the hell they doing, and they ain't gonna be, and all the leaders ain't gonna be out there on the front line anyway. They're just gonna be like, I'm glad that the America is up, Black America is uprising and taking over everything white and getting killed in the process. And of course, they're gonna call on the Israelites to come save their ass, like they do with every story of the Bible. Man, why don't you just join us in the first place?
How you think that shit gonna happen?
You said how I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The race war finna hit like the Bible predicts, and then every black person, every Black Lives Matter dude and woman is gonna be dead on the street, and then nobody's gonna bury their bodies, like the book say. The book say they ain't gonna bury their bodies, and then by that time, while that's going on, people, Israelites, are smart enough to say, we better hurry up and form a military, but because they're gonna come after us next, and then we're gonna body everything. And spoil those two nations, and rob those two bloodlines. And then once we take the people back to a place of our own and have them as handmaids and all that stuff, then they're gonna bring us our treasure back. So we can develop our country. Fishers are fishing. The fishers of men are fishing hunters. Mashiach said, if my kingdom was of this earth, my people would fight. So that's what's finna happen. They ain't ready to fight right now. It's not nan Israelite prepared to fight. They're waiting on the sky to crack. But when they see this race war, they're gonna realize they're gonna come after Israelites next. And then went after everybody else. Then went after ISIS, and went after this, that, and the third, and went after these people. That went after. Now they're going after the RBGs, which is right next to the Israelite community.
I almost wish that them brothers wouldn't have got into it with them guys like that. I mean, I guess they had to defend the scriptures, but when you want to tie yourself to other ideologies and stuff like that, man, that's just dangerous, man. Just because
you linking yourself right there with them.
Yeah, you're linking yourself. So you've been on Sinetta TV, but you got Israelites all over Sinetta's couch. Now, I'm not gonna say brothers and sisters probably hadn't woken up through that particular platform, but you just kind of laying in bed with the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you making it look like y'all, no matter, even if y'all disagreeing, right, that y'all gonna ride together.
Yeah, I told you that the dude in Dallas who allegedly shot them cops up, when they blew him up, I guess he wrote RB in blood, and they was like, we don't know what that means, but he got RB. And I mean, I know what he was trying to write. You know what I'm saying? He writing that RBG on the concrete after he got blown up.
Saying that he's RBG.
Yeah, he got, when he got blown up, they said that, when they got over there to him, he was dead, of course, but there was the initials RB in blood. That was on CNN. Like, we don't know what this means, but it was RB. We don't know what those initials stand for. And when I saw it, I knew exactly what the hell he was trying to write. You know what I'm saying? He taking pictures with Professor Griff. No, they didn't show it, but when they said it, I already knew what he was trying to write out before he died. He was throwing the flag up for RBG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was taking he was RBG from what you see.
Well, he was taking pictures with Professor Griff and brothers like that. So that's part of the RBG community.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when I
Yep.
saw that, I said, you know, here we go.
They said Professor Grip was copping pleas to the white man. Talking
Yeah, I
about,
saw him on there. Please, it wasn't me. This because I took a picture. Basically, he was just saying, please don't kill me. I didn't know. It was the saddest shit ever, man. He did an interview, man. He did an interview over at Black and Nobel. Let him come and sit down, man. And he talking about how he was scared to go home, and this is some serious stuff, and da 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 da. Listen, man. First of all, Professor Griff ain't never said nothing to even come across as violence against any white man or anything like that. So I don't know what the hell he's scared for. He just got an award like last year, man. A lifetime award from the damn Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ain't nobody scared of that dude. Ain't nobody. He ain't no threat to nothing. So for him to be shook, man, is just corny, man. These cats is
You
corny,
don't get
man.
them awards either unless you still part of their system.
Exactly.
That's why I've never really trusted him. Cause you know, he seems like he just, oh, we gotta start our own black music, whatever the fuck. Like, nigga, hip hop gone, nigga. That shit big
yeah,
gone.
that's what he be talking about.
Fuck out of here. He just want to be the king of the new hip hop industry and shit.
And then he was talking about when Beyonce did her damn Super Bowl thing. They was on there talking about how revolutionary that was, and Beyonce and them trying to show a message. And I'm like, man, are these fucking dudes crazy, man? Because I'm thinking, look, man, Beyonce ain't wrote a song. Listen, Beyonce ain't wrote a song in probably fucking 15 years, and she damn sure ain't doing no choreography or anything like that, saying we gonna dress up as Panthers. Somebody
Yeah,
told her to do that. She just fucking is a puppet. They say go, she fucking go. So
the Dream wrote some of her shit.
yeah, to give her credit for coming up with the Black Panther thing for the Super Bowl is ridiculous, man.
And it wasn't even no really like no Black Panther shit. And if
I
you
didn't
was
even notice it, bro, until like it came on the news 2 days later. I was mad at Beyonce. I'm like, why? Like I'm looking at the thing. I ain't noticed none of that shit until they brought it to my attention.
right, like they didn't have no berets, did they?
Yeah, they had it on, but I ain't noticed none of that shit though. I was just seeing ass and shit shaking. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, that shit ain't conscious and that shit ain't Black Panther, man.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised too, man, that everybody was so amazed by that. Like what the fuck is an art gonna do? Art don't do nothing but make people stupid. You gotta have a real military for real and train like how y'all have trained. You know what I'm
What
saying?
Snipes was doing.
I mean, I was just more upset with the fact that they were giving her credit like she went out, like she sat somewhere a month earlier and said we gonna dress up as Black Panthers. Like she don't have no control over what she come dance to, what she gonna sing. None of that, man. She a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a break, man.
You don't even have control over her own damn mind, cuz.
Come on, you saying she's fully possessed by demons?
She's under that MK Ultra.
Damn.
Yeah, she's Sasha Fierce, man. She ain't.
She ain't Beyonce, that little girl Beyonce no more.
Nah, that's been gone, man. Like when they showed us that in that
Beyonce,
Crazy in Love video. Remember
Yeah.
Crazy in Love?
You talking about when she first
But she
became?
came through the fire, man, because they blew her up in the car, man, and that was the end of Innocent
I
Beyonce.
thought she
They blew
first
the car up.
became Sasha Fierce when in that movie.
Yeah, nah, she's been Sasha Fierce for a long time. I heard it on the radio while like when I was in high school.
And
That
why
she
does her
calls
face
herself
look like
Sasha
a
Fierce.
man in that real famous Sasha Fierce claim? Or they say this is Sasha Fierce and her face is all scrunched up like a man. You don't know what picture I'm talking about?
I'm talking about the Super Bowl pic when they had that still frame. She had, man, her triceps was bigger than mine, man, in that picture, bro.
I was like,
She was swole, bro.
what the world? I was like, why she look like that?
That KO Ken, man.
Looking mad crazy, bro.
That's that KO Ken.
And then
That
everybody's celebrating Serena Williams. Now, I'm the number one Venus Serena fan when I was a Satan worshiper. Because, I was everything black. You know what I'm saying? I'm on black. On everything black. You know what I'm saying? But when I got smart, I said, I guarantee you that these people date nothing but white men their entire lives. Because they tennis players. And I stopped liking them, you know what I'm saying? Then all the evidence came out. That's all they ever dated is white They're trying to make white babies and dilute our race.
Oh shit, we could take them out, man.
Then she damn
We could breed them out, man.
stroked up Drake, trying to have a Drake baby. This billionaire offered for Serena and James, the queer James, to have a baby together.
I'll tell you what though, they really getting breeded out down here, boy.
Everybody's in an interracial relationship.
Yeah, cuz like pretty much, man. Like
I mean, like Lion Bear say, man, if you
literally like every
date a white woman
down here.
and she do everything according to the law and do everything you say to do, you know what I'm saying? No satanic holidays and all that stuff, then you know, you might can get a pass, but you know what I'm saying, you can't do that. You can't do that after you done found out, you know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, after you
See, they already like it's, bro. It's so many brothers out here, white women already. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like I was saying the other day, and I'm gonna show the scripture here.
Coma.
Let me get the scripture right.
G-Con in the building. What's up? What's up, Klein? I'm Messiah.
Which hospital you been in a coma at all this time and ain't came up?
Oh, man, you know,
Shalom,
I've been
huh?
chilling. What's going on online, bro? What's going on to the brother, how you say his name? Artaziah?
Watazah.
Artaziah. Peace to you,
Yeah.
brothers, man.
Are we Israelites yet or what?
Oh, man, you know how I get it in, man. You don't want to debate it, do you?
Why I gotta debate that? You should just say, hell yeah, y'all Israelites.
So
But
we're not Israelites.
white people are Israelites too. You should just say that. You
So
lie
who are
that
we?
way.
So who are we? Hamites?
Nehemiah, when they came back to the land, when they came back into the land, and Nehemiah, anybody that didn't have their registry, they couldn't count that they were from Israel or Israelite, then a priest, I mean a Levite, then they wasn't nothing popping. So I need some registry.
So who the Israelites then?
Hey, check this out right quick before y'all get into that. All right.
He thinks the
It
white
says,
people, the people that call themselves Israel are Israelites.
Amaziah saving them. Go ahead, Amaziah.
no, man, I've already slaughtered this dude a million times on that topic, man. But it's Deuteronomy 31 and 35. It says and 30 and 2,000 persons and all of women that had not known man by lying with them. Okay, so it's Numbers 31 and 35. They went and fought against the Midianites, and they took 32,000. They killed all the men already, and they took the women, but they killed all the women that had been with men, and they kept all the virgins to keep for themselves. But they took 32,000 Midianites, which were Cushites.
Hold on. Why how come those virgins never had sex, but y'all
Because it clearly says.
clearly
No, look, I'm gonna show you.
it clearly
I'm
says
gonna show you what. No, look, hold on, man. Hold on. It says, and Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, take the sum of the prey that was taken both of man and of beast, down with Eleazar and the priests of the chief fathers of the congregation, and divide the prey in two parts between them that took the war upon them, who went out to battle, and between all the congregation, and levy a tribute unto Yahuwah of the men of war which went out to battle, one soul of 500 in both the persons. Let me see right quick. Where is it at? Let me go back right quick. It says, okay, yeah, it's Numbers 31 and 19. And do ye abide without the camp 7 days, whosoever have killed any person, and whosoever have touched any slain, purify both yourselves and your captives on the 3rd day and the 7th day. Now, hold on. Where was it at?
it says any woman who has sex, kill them, and anybody who hasn't has all the virgins keep it for yourself. What it say?
Okay, there it says yeah, Deuteronomy. I mean, damn, I keep saying Deuteronomy. Numbers 31:17. Now therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him. Okay, so it says known. You clearly know that know means to have sex. But all the women, children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. So it clearly depicts it right there.
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you a question real quick, Amazon, because you said something that I need to look into. That I have been looking into, but I need some more studies on it. You said that the Cushites was Midianites. Where you get that from?
That the people of Midian was Cushites.
Yes.
I'll send you some research on it.
Yeah, send me the research.
I'll send you cutting out, but I'll post some links on it right quick.
Warrior, it feels good to be a gangster warrior.
You heard that shit I played on the joint yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you erase it?
Had to because it was causing a claim, a copyright claim on it.
Okay, I could dig it. Now I seen you I had jumped in the joint and I seen you wasn't responding, so I'm like, let me play a quick Ghetto Boy joint for my man. You know what I mean? How you been doing though, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I was tired yesterday, man.
Yeah. You know, I got to check in every now and then, see how everybody doing. How the panel doing? How my man keep yourself calm? LeDron G, we was kicking this.
Shalom, Mark.
You know what I'm saying? Shalom. You know what I mean?
What's
How
going on,
everybody
Hebrew
doing? What's
Parrot?
up, Amaziah? How you doing, Amaziah? See, you got your boy Lion Beard in the cut. How's everybody, man? What we talking about today? What y'all was going in on?
We was talking about the Westbrooks, how the Westbrooks the invaded Facebook, and they finna talk about all their long-term relationships that they be looking for and be wanting to have and stuff like that. And their father has been in like a 30-year marriage himself, and you know what I'm saying. That the biggest one, the biggest girl, she got married or something like that. But you got the youngest one, India. She was dating the game. And game, everybody know the game is a slut. And he like 36, 37. And she ain't number like 20 years old.
Who that, the rapper Game?
Yeah, the rapper Game.
Well, you know he had a wife that was like damn near 50 years old.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, yeah, I remember that on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, so he probably wants something different nowadays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then so we started getting into the realism doctrine, and Lion Bear popped up. I knew he was gonna come on here as soon as I brought it up and cuss me out. But he kept it professional. He kept it real professional, and went in on some things. And then what else was we talking about? Tommy Sotomayor. I just found out that yesterday that he's a flaming homosexual in the closet.
Get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Look up Tommy Sotomayor car accident. Right.
No, I seen that. I uploaded that joint to my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Took it off of World Star.
And he got a pure gay accent, dude. You know how gay men, how they talk, how they sound when they're mad, or even gay men that are out of the closet, they just have a natural gay accent all the time.
But he definitely sound like a bitch ass nigga in that video, but I don't know to go as far as to call him gay.
Yeah, he sounded like a down low brother to me, dude, because he was very mad, so his real accent came out.
I wouldn't put it past him though.
Nah, that's how he talk all the time, but he do sound like a straight queer though. But that's how he actually talk though. But he definitely sound like a queer.
When he was super mad like that, he talked like that all the time on the show.
Yeah, he always talk like that. Yeah, he need to talk. He need to put a little bass in his voice a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's because I always said the same thing. I was like, man, this dude, man, I think this dude a homosexual.
Yeah, he
Right.
is. I ain't know till I heard that accent. That accent is very distinct with gay men. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely is.
Not for nothing, but you know who sound more gay than him? And this is my man. I like his information. your man Tyreek Nasheed, man, that nigga be having his moments.
Oh man.
Right wrong,
Oh
LeBron. Right wrong,
man,
LeBron. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. Boy, you make it sound so bad. They be having his moments.
Yo,
Oh,
Oh man.
sometimes, baby, he didn't give a
oh
fuck.
man, don't say that. That's my man, Tyreek, man.
Nah, that's the homie. I fucks with him heavy. I know he with that pimp shit, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I always have always said, man, it's and then man, it's for some reason, man, it's like it's these brothers, man, they be doing this comedy, man, like yeah, like you gotta just people, man, like they tone just be ridiculous. You be like, man, these guys is homosexuals, man, or something, man. And I could be mistaken, you know what I'm saying, but for the most part, man, I be picking up on that.
I mean, but listen, every Israelite on earth that and even Christians, even I hear LeBron talk about his wife sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So all the Israelites talk about their women. You know what I'm saying? And who else was I thinking of? Christians. You know what I'm saying? These people talk about their women. Polite and them boys. You know what I'm saying? Sarnetta, he talk about his wife. He lived with his wife. You know what I'm saying? But you won't never hear them talking about none of that stuff. And then Tommy Sotomayor did a publicity stunt with some fine ass white white woman. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, this is my girl now. All of a sudden now he got a girl all of a sudden because everybody was saying he was gay when he first started getting blowing up.
I mean, he's such a corny nigga though. I just don't see no females really wanting to be around him too long. You think? Because his personality is so off. You know what I mean? He's just so corny. He's such a disagreeable type of dude, man. I
Right.
just don't see women want to even be around that cat too long, man. At the wow, you know, you might front like you like him, but at the wow, your true feelings gonna come out. Like, man, fuck you, man. Like, you fuck dude,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Hey, LeBron.
what happened with that brother, man? That brother, man, got fed up with some of the things with the black women in the community, man, and some of those things. He ran into the bad grade that we got in our community, man, and he got fed up behind it,
Going to strip
and
clubs.
Nah, bro. I mean, I feel him on that a little bit. I mean, I think he kind of taking it too far. But I was, when I was growing up, man, dealing with sisters and stuff like that, man, they do you dirty, bro. You leave for 2 days, you come back, you don't know if she ran up in three niggas or not. I had one go up in my wallet one night, man. I'm over there asleep. I wake up, I know I had 100 in my wallet. I wake up with 20. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It's
right,
like
right,
drama, bro. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
With them,
Yeah,
man.
so
I
and
ain't
so
ready
that's
to
what that's
nothing
what
but
I'm saying.
professional. I mean, you know what I'm saying, mature. All the black women I dated were mature than a motherfucker.
No, now I had some, don't get me wrong, that was right, but I did them dirty. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, right
But
quick, LeBron.
some of them ones was just foul, bro.
Yeah, what's up, Amazon?
Hey, was you linking Midian to Abraham's son?
Yeah, Couture, and Couture. Then see what made me look at it was because of Abraham's Ethiopian wife, which is Zipporah. And
Yeah.
so I was looking at Zipporah, and I was like, he is from Median. I mean, she is from Median, and then it says his Ethiopian wife. And me and James, we had a conversation on it, and I thought it was kind of odd that Miriam and Aaron will wait till they get to Mount Zion. I mean, to Mount Sinai to start talking about this woman when if she was in if he had that woman prior to, you would have thought they would have started talking about it, but it seemed like that they started talking about Zipporah when Jethro brought them to Mount Sinai and they met her. So that's why I was telling him. I said I think that was the Cushite woman they was talking about because she is from Midian.
Right.
That's the good ass point that you brought out last night, LeBron. I was there for that chat when you brought that out. I looked it up too, and they really not sure what it is. They not sure if he had a second wife or if it was the first one. You know what I mean? So that was definitely a good ass point that you brought up last night.
Right. That's why I was trying to
Yeah.
tell James I had to argue that perspective because then we got to look at the time frame of when he went down into you know at that time too the Cushites was into it with those that was up in the north in the delta at that time I believe so That's another thing. So we gotta look at it and say, well, hold on for a minute. If he had a second wife and he had to have that wife when he was already in Egypt. So it's just a lot of it's a lot of argumentation behind it.
Yeah,
See,
that
I
shit.
thought you were linking him back to maybe possibly linking him back to Abraham's son Midian, and then them just living in the land of Cush. But then you know, everything I've researched on says that the Midianites were basically Cushites. And then
Right.
where it says
I like to get that research, man, because I was telling James that last night, and I know in the Bible it talks about a king that was from Cush, and he was a Mesopotamian king. So he did. So we know Cush was definitely in Arabia and also in Mesopotamia just as well in those lands.
Yeah, he basically controlled both of those territories. That's why we know that bloodline wise, the Midianites was different because they came out of Abraham, but we don't know if they refer to the territory. And if they refer to the territory, then they could very well be Cushites. But if
Right.
it was
Right.
more specific and it was talking about the bloodline, then we would know for sure that it was a different woman, you know. But since it's so sketchy, you know, it could go either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause you that it's like
That
we label out. Go
Midianites
ahead,
are
brother.
modern day Ethiopians. Is that what
well, we got that paper that Yahshua Jesus sent out was talking about how the Ethiopians can be tracked through DNA from migrating from the east. And I'm gonna send you this here. You know, I take this with a grain of salt, but it kind of adds up with the location of where they were at. It's from the Jewish Encyclopedia, but it talks about how they were located east of Palestine.
East of Palestine? That's Jordan.
Well,
Iraq.
it doesn't say how far east.
Oh yeah, Iraq, Iran, and all that.
Yeah, that's it says that Abraham sent his sons, including Midian, eastward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, I don't know, man. It's really hard to tell, man. I don't even know because look, even if you want to say it was a different wife, who knows if Zipporah could have died and then he got another wife? We just don't know. You know what I mean? For sure. So I haven't really come to a conclusion, but I like what LeBron brought out. You know what I'm saying? Because even if it's wrong, it's still good to be aware of that shit at the end of the day. Pardon my language. You dig?
See, look, he trying to breed them out.
Look at this is their mentality right here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like Polite a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because he stick with his black women. You know?
Nah, Polite been, bruh. All them pictures of Polite in the hotel rooms with the white women, cuz.
Huh?
You ain't seen them joints?
I seen him with that girl Kylie Jenner or something.
There's other pictures with, there's another white girl he's chilling with in the hotel room, cuz.
Oh man.
Hey,
She got
listen,
like
man.
a big booty
Listen,
top.
y'all know already, man. That if y'all see one of these fine, fly white girls, y'all gonna slide up in it. So stop playing games, man.
Hey, I'm not making any type of statement. I'm just saying that, you know, you can't just sit and say that some nigga ain't fucking a white girl, man, because I don't see
When
pictures.
when I was a Satan worshiper, I was addicted to white girls.
Well, I see what Amazon's saying, you know, because when you proclaim yourself to be a certain type of way, you can't be putting on no motherfucking front.
There you go.
Man. So that's why I understand what Amazon's saying is fuck, like, cause he had put on the front like he only fuck with the black women, but like LeBron said, you know, that dude ain't no Israelite. We know he don't really fear God, so ain't no telling what that cat might do.
No, man. But what I'm saying is is that you know when you look at some people got their preference. You know what I'm saying? But some people got their standards. You know, when you look at different women whether if they black, white, Hispanic, whatever. If you find them attractive, and you looking at them, and you feel you got the sauce or the juice to go get them, then people do that. You know what I'm saying? And if they find a and that's just actually that's natural. You know what I'm saying? To look at somebody and say they are attractive. You know what I'm saying? And go holler at them. You know what I'm saying? And so we as men got to realize that our natural flesh look at those things and look at these different cultural women when they pass them by, whether if you at the store, whatever the case may be. So you have to keep your flesh up under control. But for the most part, I don't knock nobody if they feel that they want to go lay down with a white woman or with another race of people. I don't. That's not my skilo for real. You know what I'm saying? I think more power to them if they, and I think that's what Israel was also taught just as well too. When you actually did dig back and look into the Torah, if they went into these lands, and they seen a woman or whatever, and the Most High didn't tell them to kill them all. Some of those lands that those people they was converting those people to those women to Israelites.
Hey, and
You know what I'm
that's what I
saying?
was
They was
just
taking
showing.
those virgins.
That's what I was actually showing with the Midianite women and Numbers.
They was converting them. I want to make a quick little correction there. They were converting them to their way of life and making sure that they accept their God as their God.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. You're right.
Excellent point. Excellent point. I agree. You know what I mean? But like the homie said, like I wouldn't hold that against LeBron because LeBron don't subscribe to that type of extremities. You look at a brother like Polite, he definitely promote that whole black man, black woman love. You know what I'm saying? So for him to turn around and do something different. Now at the same time, we ain't got no real proof on that. Yeah, we seen him I ain't seen him in no hotels, but I seen him hugged up with a couple of cave bitches. You know what I'm saying? So and then like I said, I wouldn't really put it past him, because I know he's cardinal in that.
Right.
Hey,
Like
but
Kim might everything sex is. I mean, Kim might think about everything sex. You know what I'm saying? And they
hey,
got the smooth words, the smoothest butter words to deal with them, and the bread.
what I was
Smooth as butter.
y'all came in here with Numbers 31 and 35.
Smoothest
It
butter.
said they took 32,000 Midianite women.
Yeah,
And they did that everywhere they went. It was keep the women.
that's right.
Yeah, and another thing too is we got to realize this because for the atheists that's listening in, because they always got something to say about, you know, um, when it comes to the Old Testament scriptures, when it talks about how they went, and even even the conscious community, when they say, well, they um they went into these lands and killed everybody and took the virgins, basically, you know it was so much stuff that was going on back then. You had venereal diseases, you had plagues among different people, So and then it was at one point they was told not to even take those people's gold or anything, any spoil. You just burn it all. So a lot of those things, when you start studying the cultural context of it, you start realizing why he was telling them to burn a lot of those things and to kill a lot of those people, because just as well a lot of those people was carrying venereal diseases and all types of stuff, and they have excavated and found out that a lot of women back in that time was actually carrying a lot of venereal diseases. And also, when you talk about a revolution, right? Most of the people talk about a revolution, but if you show me any other culture of people that went into a nation and did not take the women so they can get large among, I mean, if you show me that, if you can show,
They keep their
if you,
numbers up.
what say Amazon? I
They,
mean, what say brother?
they can't keep their numbers up if they don't.
Right, right. They got to keep their numbers up, and so a lot of these people, man, they don't. They try to, downplay. But Israel was an army back then, and Israel was numbered, and we see them being numbered, and they finna get to smashing on people and taking land and taking over areas, and because the Most High has inspired them to take over land of people that wasn't living like they should be living, and actually making the land to be famine to come in the land because of much bloodshed and war. Because bloodshed and war makes the land to be barren. And a lot of people don't know that, man. It makes the land to be burned because a lot of times people use up the resources and liquidate the resources due to the fact of bloodshed and war. So the land a famine go in the land, a famine happen in the land so fast. So we got to realize that these people was getting their numbers up, man. They was getting their numbers up. So when anybody else doing it, it's not a problem. But then
That's
when you
why.
see when
That's why I
Israel
go.
doing it,
Just to throw this out there real quick, LeBron. That's why I go back to what Brother Duval said. That's why it was important for us to incorporate them into our lifestyle. You dig? So we could cut all that shit out from the door. Like, all right, you
right?
live this type of way, now you gonna live this type of way. And I think the Most High, you know, if the heathen was willing to do that, the women or whatever that we was taking under, then they, you know, he would probably heal them or whatever from that type of affliction. You dig? But the main thing was that they had to stop that shit. But
Hey,
they
y'all
was
see this? Y'all see this picture? And to me, this either like it looked like a hotel room to me, but either way, he in the front door somewhere in the crib, and this bitch pretty much ain't got nothing on underneath here, really. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that chick might be about some bread though, homie. Like, yeah, I don't know what that represent. You know what I'm saying? We know what that is. That's Kylie Jenner. I mean, we know polite. Like he trying to like basically what them dudes do is they show off for the ignorance of their crowd. They understand what their crowd want to see and what's gonna make them bigger. You see what I'm saying? I know
This
about that too. The nigga that made the woman have an orgasm without even touching her. You
yeah,
know?
this is homie right here. That I mean, it is what it is. Like, you got skills like that. Go ahead, use your God-given skills. You know what I mean? But
Oh my
don't sit
God.
here and say like, don't try to be pro sisters if you're gonna be also with the white woman too. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, B. I feel you on that.
You know?
Yeah, man, but
Yeah, how about this?
everybody got to watch that David Rowe in GOCC because David Rowe was teaching, boy. Somebody was teaching.
They kicked their ass.
Now they was having they was trying to have a discussion, but you know what I'm saying, turned into a debate because the ball got mad at the end a little bit, and then the Jamaican dude called in and was trying to convince David Rowe that they're Israelites when he already had accepted it. But he was saying that everybody on earth is an Israelite. So he was thoroughly confused.
Well, I agree with maybe 70% of what Gabal say. You know what I mean? But I have my issues with him.
Yeah.
Just like my brother Yarada Zab might have issues. He might have a couple of issues with me, like one or two. You know what I mean? But I know we agree with each other at least 80%. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, I've been watching you guys, man. This is my favorite chat line, man. I love all you brothers, man. I miss Lion Bear. I miss Aratazar. I miss the brother. Damn, I keep forgetting his name. It's so similar to Aratazar. I'm subscribed to the brother. I know his last name is Yahawada. The brother
Yeah.
right there.
Amaziah.
Amaziah. I miss you, Amaziah. You my brother, man. And you too, Aratazar. Like I love both of y'all. At the end of the day, I miss this chat. You know what I mean? And I stayed away for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to cramp nobody's style and all that. But tonight I seen y'all going in, and I'm like, man, I got to jump in there just one time. You know what I mean? One time.
Right.
And I miss Duval, and I miss all y'all, man. And I know I did some bullshit. I admit to that. You know what I mean? But I miss y'all brothers, man. And I'm not gonna come up in here all the time. But allow me to pop up once in a while and just say hello. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You welcome. See, man, there'd be so many scandals. I can't even go over all of them. But you got this guy still talking about putting his money in the black bank. You know what I mean? I addressed that earlier. You talking about putting your money in the black bank? You still every bank on earth is ruled by the Federal Reserve.
Hey, what you talking about, man? Because I'm up here in the D.C. area, man. And, my wife called me downstairs today. Was like, "Here, you gotta listen to this dude talking." There was a guy. They was having like a debate or a discussion on the radio. I don't know what channel it was, but dude was saying, about the banks and how black people got money. We need to invest in this black bank he got. So what are you talking about? Because it sounded like the same thing I was listening to today on this radio show this guy had.
I mean, everybody the past few days, okay, because everybody's blacking out. You know what I'm saying? Which is a boycott. So they're boycotting nationwide. It's 100,000 people that signed a petition for a boycott. So that's damn near probably about 2 million people that's really thinking about that and doing it. You know what I'm saying? So they're putting it's been getting reports. They've been reporting. The black banks have been reporting. Man, we've been getting a lot of new accounts lately and all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this dude post Israel Prince. Said he finna put his money in a black-owned bank. I said, and I'm telling these people, it's all run by the exact same people. It don't make no goddamn difference. What the fuck you talking about? You're wasting your damn time.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to let me give a shout out to Bazem and D Miller. Them brothers gave me some Bitcoins today, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they set me up with the account, the wallet, and all that, and threw some bread in there for me, some Bitcoins. I was like, okay, now I'm with Bitcoins. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, that's up.
you missed out on that joint.
That's a strategy right there. That's a strategy.
I know.
You gotta take that strategy and run with it. But you're talking about putting your money in a black bank.
Yeah, that's different. That's some other shit right there.
What you talking about? It's not literally black owned, dude. It's black people running.
Mm-hmm. But they're still under the same system.
Yeah. These people are crazy. They're crazy. What's that dude saying? He be saying that shit. Talking about, you niggas is crazy. My pastor. He be cracking me up. Niggas can't run nothing. I mean, but we can learn. All you have to do is teach us, old man.
Basically. Yep. Yo, my channel up to 230, man. My joint gonna be at 300 in the next 3 days. Trust me. I learned how to make it. I learned how to make it pop, man. If we go off air, I'm gonna show y'all how to make your channel grow fast. I'm gonna show y'all the secret. I've figured it out.
It's 12 o'clock anyway. I usually cut it off at 12 anyway. I think we got all the topics out that we wanted to talk about. Everybody satisfied today?
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.